Hello, welcome. Welcome, glad to have you here. A little bit of a late night Saturday stream for me. A little bit busier earlier today, but I am very glad we're able to finally get over to Timberborn land and continue on doing what we've been trying to do the whole time, which is expand this out to 50 wide all the way. We got this little island to take care of, and then fully automate everything and turn this into a beaver paradise. But yeah, enough about that. It's cycle 31, day 1. I did say at the end of last stream we're going to roll the dice at the start of this stream to determine what our starting increase to the water is. So we're up to 7d6 MP3. Welcome, by the way. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you here. And yeah, we're up to 7d6, so we're going to start that in just a second here. But just verify that everything is set up correctly. I did... Force experience, go away. I have these set to 25.1, which I believe was where we ended last stream. So all the source blocks are set to 25.1, as is the waterfall outflow. So we should be good to go. And we're going to go ahead, let's get wrecked. We'll see about that. I'm going to go ahead and pull up our window here. I'm going to lose game audio for just a second. Make sure this actually is going to work for me. All right, so you should see right here, going to hit go. 29, so we're racing at 2.9 per, so that should get us up to 28, which is, that's a lot. It's going to be rough. All right, well, let's get that out of here and come back around and change all these to 28, as well as our max waterfall outflow. So that's what that's going to be. Oh boy, you guys are funny. But we're gonna have a good time here. I don't know how much we're gonna be able to get done today. I know we're not gonna finish today, but we're probably gonna get close enough to where the next stream after this one is gonna be the last. I don't know. We'll see what happens. There's plenty for us to do. That is for sure. 144p. You shouldn't be having 144p. It should be glorious 60 frames per second, full HD 1080. I can't help your, what do you call it, though? Your connection speed. Alright, so those are all good to go at 28 per. Are we flooding over here? No, this seems to be working as intended. Very good. Okay, so this is... Wow. Look at this. This is actually going over the top. And this is flowing off the back. But we can actually fix that now, because we have access to the back side. And we're going to go ahead and put our levees back behind this. I'm going to leave space here, but I figured we'd go ahead and do one of these numbers. Should be all good to go. Best streaming voice regardless. You sure about that? I do try, though. So, remember last time we had these mangroves planted? Most of them are about 2/3 of the way, half 2/3. Okay, these out here are significantly younger. 12%, okay. But the ones right next to this should be about 2/3 done. So we'll be able to harvest fruit from those at some point soon. And all we need to do now is get these ruins completely removed so we can dynamite away the rest of the land here. And then this is already the full width for the outflow, but this right here still needs to go so we can make sure that we have everything actually functioning correctly. And we're also in the process of getting this put back in place to where all of the water should, and I say should, go out this way. We'll see. They are currently lacking in dirt because we destroyed the dirt excavator because it had already excavated everything we needed it to excavate. So what we'll do instead is find a new place for that. I'm not entirely sure where that needs to be, but I'm sure we could find someplace. If any of you guys have any suggestions, I am all ears. So I was thinking needs to be someplace probably pretty close to this general area, because this is going to be, well, Rather, over here is going to be where we're going to be reclaiming some more land. But there is still substantial terraforming that needs to happen over here. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm thinking, if I had just a little more space here, I could put it here. But long term, I know that's not going to be the power play. Off the back of the mine. You know, that's actually not a bad idea. I don't know how deep it would actually let us go here. We might... I wonder if it will actually let us get any dirt there. Because if we do that... All we really need is this very, very front segment. So if we were to do that... Yeah, let's try it. Let's see if that works. So we got 5 here. I think if I put this right there, that should match up perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Well, if it gets any dirt out of here, then it'll get an infinite amount of dirt because, yeah, dirt is infinite. So I like that. The only problem is this isn't generating a lot of power. So we would have to, I don't know, we'd have to probably stick another water wheel on the other side here. Which, of course, we can easily do. So why don't we try that? That is too low. So we'll put a triple high here. Make sure I line it up correctly. They're not going to be able to actually construct this. Maybe they can reach this from down below because it has parts that are hanging down. I don't know. Recommend gravity batteries. Yeah, we need to make those. But I haven't figured out quite where to put them yet. It's not really a lot of great spots. Recommend showers. Oh, we're on that again, are we? We'll get there eventually, I suppose. And let's not pretend that I've forgotten about our mine here. We just haven't really needed it. Because it's very, very full currently. We can go ahead and turn on turbo mode. Finally get out of day 1. 7 minutes into the stream. Oh, God. Please do not clip that. Yes, Kurt is with us in spirit. Unable to make the stream, but is always, always here. Up to 1080p now, my neighbor's Wi-Fi is better than mine. Look, I'm not here how to tell you what to do and not do with your or anyone else's internet. But, don't be surprised if they get mad. Oh, boy. I'm just glad we're going to have some dirt finally after all this. Do gravity batteries do anything useful when the power levels don't fluctuate? No, they don't. They are most useful if you have a really big disparity in power supply between wet and dry seasons. Like, specifically with Folktales, because they have the... Well, I guess they don't have small water wheels. They just have the one size that's like half of this, but not as small as the compact one. They've got... Okay, so they actually can't reach this. All right, let's put in a, what do you call it? Staircase, so they can get up there. But they have the windmills and they have the water wheels, and of course the windmills will go whenever, but they're not constant unless you have a mod for that. So with the Folktales, the gravity batteries are actually very useful because your power supply is completely randomized as to whether or not it's going to work if you don't have water flowing constantly. So in this context, where the water is basically infinite and we will never not have any flowing, it doesn't matter. They're just useful if you have an intermittent source. Like if we had, say, for example, the, whatever they actually call these things, power wheels, and you wanted to, for some reason, only power stuff with those, you could have, say, 10 of them, and then when you have beavers running, they generate 50 HP apiece. But when they go to bed, then you have to have the power stored, so then you could have that on the gravity batteries. But chances are, if you're using those, you're probably not doing anything when the beavers are sleeping either way. So it's going to take them a little while to get to this. In the meantime, we need to be putting in some additional stuff to the side here so they can get power all the way over there. And to do that, we'll just... Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll do one of these. And then I guess this is probably fine to do just about all of this, except we'll leave one open so they can get to the corner. And we'll come back and look at this in, I don't know, 10 minutes, see if they've finished that. So, yes. We're back at this again because this is right next to the water source. So this is actually the wrong spot for this. We need to move this one more over here to give it a fighting chance. So we'll take care of that. Hopefully that helps us out a little bit. We'll see. I don't know. Used to war drive to find who had the best. Now that's a term I have not heard in a very long time. Had a huge directional antenna in my house. A quarter mile. Oh, I love that stuff. I know this is probably not the same stuff that you would have been doing, but there's a Linus Tech Tips video. Oh man, was it 5 years ago? They set up satellite internet between, I think it was their lab or their warehouse or whatever, and like a cabin on an island across the bay, like miles and miles, and it worked. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And I remember that just blew my mind that that was even possible. But very, very cool. Directional antennas are really, really fun technology. Cable internet, but my neighbor has fiber. I wish I could get fiber here. I used to live in a different place in the city proper, and I had AT&T gigabit fiber, symmetrical both ways, which was awesome. But they don't offer that here. If I want AT&T here, I have to have DSL. Yes, actual DSL. That's, I think it was 3 megabits download speed. And upload was, I don't know, somewhere around 500 kilobits a second. Devilish Fun, thanks very much for the $5. Appreciate it. Gonna keep your stream going on the background. Love and appreciate you. Right back at you. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a fun time, whatever it is you're up to. But yeah, always appreciated. Very thankful that you're here. Linus has done some long-range stuff on his channel. His studios are only a few miles. Okay, so you're in, so are you in like Vancouver proper? Are you in Surrey or wherever else is right there? Love to go up and visit the Vancouver area at some point. Travel's expensive though. And I know it's nowhere even close, but I want to go to Banff National Park. I think that's how that's pronounced. I was at Moraine Lake is up there. Very, very, very beautiful part of the country from the pictures and stuff that I've seen. Fiber is awesome. Have my own service, so 1 gigabyte up. Yes. Oh man, I miss the upstream speed so much. The internet I have now is really actually very good for where I live. I think it's the best. It was the best I could find. Comcast, which is a different story entirely, but I think they have, was it 1400 megabits download speed, but the upload speed is capped at 40, and I don't understand. It's so, oh, it's so slow. I had gigabit upload speed when I lived at that other place, and I could upload an hour-long YouTube video in, I don't know, 3 minutes, and now it takes me over half an hour. So I'm just like, all right, whatever, that's fine. I'll just export the video and then set it to upload, and I don't know, go have a sandwich or something and come back and it's still not done. Okay, I see. Cloverdale. When using fiber, didn't think they would notice my bandwidth. Well, okay, well, we've already talked about why that's a thing in other spots. Oh, we're drowning oaks. Thanks for pointing that out. Who was it that said that? Croast, thank you. Drowning oaks in the corner area. Now the output isn't going off the back of the map. Yeah, so we need to come over here and deepen this with our dynamite here. I think I can get at all of these. We'll see what happens. But yeah, we need to get all of this all of this deepened. So these should still be fine until we can get the dynamite in there. I don't think it's going to take very long because we do have like 400 of it stored up. Sandwich takes 30 minutes. Okay, well, when I say go make a sandwich, like, okay, go downstairs, pour myself a glass of water, have it, make the sandwich, toast the bread, all this other stuff, and then eat it, and then come back upstairs. Oh, it still isn't done. That's annoying. Or I could just stop uploading hour-long videos at whatever insane bit rate I export at. I don't even remember. I had my Premiere export settings set up 3 years ago, and I just never bothered to change them. Probably don't need to be uploading the quality that I do for video game content. The arbitrary 40 upload is due to old people running a network they no longer understand. Yeah, that's probably true. Fancy sandwich thinking PB&J? No. We're talking like oat bread, roast beef, Munster cheese, horseradish, all that good stuff. No. I don't play around when it comes to sandwiches. So I think this has almost solved our outflow problems. Once these are detonated, we should be okay. A bougie boy? No, hardly. I am... Oh, this is flooded now. All right. I am decidedly not a bougie boy. There's just some stuff that I don't want to compromise on, like roast beef. It's always worth paying for the good roast beef when you go to the supermarket. Peanut butter and jelly with a fried egg? That sounds like some Elvis stuff. Yeah, peanut butter and banana. That's what he was famous for. Oh, we can't get to this, can we? We definitely cannot. All right, let's fix that. Let's put some stairs here. Then I can detonate all of this. Actually, we can take this a couple tiles down. Yeah, not sure the top dynamite are reachable. Yeah, we just now fixed that. I think chat is a few seconds behind, so that's okay. How are we doing over here? So this is... Oh, okay, so this is actually... Good, 675 should be enough to power all of this. We just have to get this connected. And then I don't know if we have... No, we do not have available bots, but I'm going to prioritize this. Now, the fried egg stuff, I will put a fried egg on a burger. That's a very good. We used to... Oh, man, we used to go to a Sam's Club all the time. And then they sell those the big sleeves of the third-pound burgers. It was real easy to just buy a whole sleeve of those on a Friday, come home from work, fire up the grill, cook them all at the same exact time, and then make yourself a nice burger with a fried egg on top. And like, And then you have stuff you can take for lunch for, like, I don't know, 4 days. All right, so I think it looks like they're actually giving us a dirt, which is fantastic considering this is, I'm pretty sure, the bottom of the map. We're very, very close. It's not going to let me place dynamite here because there's something there being the dirt excavator, but that is cool. It's not quite keeping up with demand, so I'm going to pause 3 of those. Okay, yeah. That's probably about what we need to be looking at here. This isn't going to let me do that, huh? All right, well. Against my better judgment, I will put in stairs. Fried egg on a PB&J sounds sus, but it'll change your life. I don't know. Maybe I'll try that at some point. That just seems a little extra, personally. Have to be a chicken's egg. I'm trying to remember. I think I at one point would have had an omelet made from what's that thing called? It's not an emu. Maybe it was an emu. And it was some non-standard egg that wasn't like a quail or anything. But that was a long time ago, so I probably am not going to completely remember. No, but fried eggs are great on a whole bunch of stuff. These are starting to pop up fully grown, so we're going to have another 7-8 days before we start getting any harvestable fruits. But we can go ahead and put in a gatherer flag here. and make sure that's marked for a bot to come and gather stuff. All right, so this is ready here. They should be able to get that going. Let's detonate this. Hopefully that allows us to get a little bit more water outflow happening. I just want to unflood these chargers, really. It could have been an ostrich egg. Okay, I gotta catch up with all this egg discourse. My preferred egg doneness would be over medium. One reason upload speeds get capped at slow rates is from when the operators did not want you to run servers and or services on residential accounts. Yep, I can understand that. I will neither confirm nor deny me ever running servers on residential accounts. But yeah, when I had commercial internet, when I was in college, we had a share house. And that was right when they introduced the data caps. So we had 6 guys in the house who all played online games and all downloaded stuff. So like, this isn't going to work. So we got the commercial. I don't remember what excuse we gave them for having commercial account at a residential address, but we got it. And then they didn't put any data caps on us, and they boosted the upload speed a little bit. And then we paid twice as much money, but in 6 ways it was fine. You could only get symmetrical on commercial accounts. Yeah, so we had at work, family business, 20-ish years ago, we got a T1 line, and that was the real hotness back then, right? Was having a T1 line, and I don't think that was symmetrical, but it was definitely way better than dial-up. I think it was 1.5 megabits download speed. We're just like, wow, this is so fast. And me over there playing RuneScape on my laptop in the corner. Well, not in 2003, but several years later. It's like, man, this is so fast. And you go home and you're on the dial-up, and it's not even 56K. It was, I don't know, 34.4K was the fastest I could get at the house. Dial into like a dozen different numbers on MSN trying to figure stuff out. Anyway, we're still flooding these things. We got to get that figured out. I think what we're going to have to do is put in the corner here, we have this staircase. We're going to probably have to get rid of that and put in a levee of some type. Let's collect those things, please, first. Medium is the jelly texture. Yes, that's a very good way of saying it. Would a levee beside the stairs and charger help? Yes, that is exactly what we're going to be doing. You still brush against 56K modems in use in your... Oh, no. No, no, no. Oh, no. I cannot imagine having to use 56K for work purposes. That sounds horrific. It's just, that's not fun. 28.8 on AOL. Oh, yeah. We never used AOL, but we had... Oh, now this is flooding over here, but this stopped that from flooding, so that's good to know. Okay, we're making way too much power here. So I'm going to get rid of that, and I think that should let the water go out a little faster. Or at the very least... we could put an extension of the trench here. That's fine. Worked in an internet company when we had 500 plus 9600 baud modems. Oh no. And the connection for all the modems was 2 bonded T2 connections. Okay, yep, that makes sense. Yeah, that would have been... The 9600 baud modems was well before my my time of actually understanding how to use computers. I think the first computer we had at home that had internet, I think would have been 1996, maybe 95 or 96, and I don't think that would have had a 56K modem. I'm actually not sure. I'd probably just go find the computer and look at it, see what it said on it. But let's see if this gets us unflooded. Look, cool. All right, so this is taken care of, at least for right now. That is good to see. These are on their way to making fruit, which is nice. We still don't have enough dirt to put over here. So I wonder if that's because we didn't have any storage. So let's change that to be dirt. Yeah, because we have 107, so we can start importing dirt and then cap this off. I think that's going to make it so that we can actually plant stuff here. And then we'll plant some more trees up here. Of course, that's not going to reach. But we'll put another forester up here, plant some trees, and then figure out what else we need to do. This is looking nice. I wonder if it's going to ever go down below the bottom of the map, just like punch a hole through. I don't know. We'll see. So once this is done, they can actually come up from beneath. And then we can go ahead and detonate this. Let's see, what else? We're growing this for wood. These are for the treated planks. We've got fruits here that are not being harvested, but I think that's just a function of the beavers sleeping. So we should be okay there. Now, to fix the flooding over here is going to be kind of a problem. It could be kind of a chore. I don't know if that's going to reach, so I think we'll have to start doing some real dumb stuff here. I mean, that's pretty much all of what we're doing now anyways. Dumb stuff. There's not really any reason to be doing any of this. Alright, so he's out of stuff to do. Oh, you know what I should have done is I should have had a staircase coming down from here. Oh, this guy can still reach it. That's fine. Alright, let's get rid of this. And they can pick up all those pieces. But I'm glad that we took care of that. Punching a hole in the bottom of the map, you'll have another outlet for water. It's going to be so funny if that happens, actually. I kind of hope it does. That would just be complete nonsense. I don't think it's going to actually remove anymore, because you can see it's kind of hard to get it to show, but I don't think there's... Oh, did it stop? Oh, yeah. No, it's not going to let us do anymore. Okay, so, well, that was, Oh, okay, now it's going. Why was that happening? I was afraid I was going to have to relocate this again. Huh, I guess not. Popping in to say June bugs are dumb. Yes, correct. Very dumb. Okay, the workers were charging is what the consensus seems to be. So I was about to panic, thinking I had to find another place to stick these things. All right, so why are we not bringing in more terrain blocks? If we have storage for dirt, where's the dirt going? Are they fixing other stuff first? Because I haven't seen any progress over here, and I don't remember where else we were doing terraforming. I don't think we even had defined anything over here yet. Yeah, I don't think that was a thing. Oh, the district crossing's flooded. Alright, so we need to lower this and see if that stops the flooding there. I get the feeling this is going to become unviable on the water wheels over here pretty quickly. Because I don't think we can really blast any more of this away without it being just completely nonsense. But we'll see. Are you exporting it? The dirt? Yeah, should be. Although the problem could be that we lost use of this district crossing, and that was where they had taken it first. But we should at some point actually have dirt coming in. And we have 10. They just... Oh, okay, they're doing this first. All right. That makes sense, because I had asked for them to fill those blocks back in. The issue is a lack of bridges ending in showers. Oh, you guys. You guys and your bridge showers. All right. The problem is now this is low enough. Oh, no, we have one here. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we had another here just for showers, it would have to be somewhere else. All right, you want bougie? You want some bougie showers? All right, I'll give you some bougie showers. Let's just get stupid with this, all right? Alright, now this is going to be really dumb, and no one's allowed to say that it's stupid because you literally asked for it, but we'll do one of these. And there will be so many showers. They're all double showers, mind you, but you will have your glorious shower bridge. Near the district crossing, move the path further away, and then move the gates out a little. Yeah, we're going to have to redo this. I think the problem with moving the paths is because this is the way for the water to get into this, so we kind of can't. I think the solution is going to have to be demolishing these and lowering the output here. But because this is only accessible from this side, it's not really going to be an easy process. But I think we can probably pretty safely just do this real quick. Place a diving board. I don't think that exists, or I would. That sounds interesting. Co-ed showers? No, no, no. Fortunately, the beavers in this game do not have a an animation for that. Not anymore. Since the that one RCE video from man, that was a long time ago. Let's get this put down, and then I think this other side is probably okay. We just need to give them a little bit more space. We could actually take this down 2 more and then move all of these. Mega high platforms for the path. Oh, is this flooding over here? Oh, it sure is. Okay, yeah, let's fix that. Yeah, this is quite tall. But I don't really know what else we were going to do realistically. Okay, how is this? Okay, good. They've started putting these in. So we'll see if once all of these blocks are in, if this is going to work or not. I have the suspicion that it's going to keep filling up, but we'll see. Build access along the edge around the levees. Might be kind of hard considering the levees keep all the water out. I don't know, this just really was not a smart design idea when I had this set up. I don't really know how to fix it, unfortunately, which is why I'm just detonating all this. That is what we'll do. So we'll just have this go down another one, put a 3 high, and then move all the way back around. It's just unfortunate that I have to do this way because of the way the path is set up. So I wonder if... yeah, it's probably faster to just have the stairs put in here. Then we can just get rid of all of this. That actually sounds like a smart idea. Why is there a gap there? That's weird. I think you need to explode a lot to make the outflow higher. Oh, you talking about the next time it goes up? Yeah, we're gonna blow this up a lot more. Now that I have the stairs put in. I have 44 bots that are unemployed. Alright, we've got to do something about those. So let's check out, where's my... Alright, so no more jobs required over here. So we're going to... oh, we don't have bot minimums? Alright. Let's do 70 bot minimum for our main district. And see how many jobs they fill up. Because I think now that that's a thing, we can start automating a lot more stuff. Of course, the idea is to eventually automate everything. If you can shift the district gate to the other end of the canal, it won't flood. But where? That's the problem, is I have all this stuff built up. It's also not flooded now, so that did solve our problem. We just got to get a little crafty here. But the idea that I had was to just lower most of this the rest of the way down. At least one more. Realistically, we're not going to have too many more cycles anyway. Because once everything's automated and this is complete, I'm going to say that we're done. Because what else is there going to possibly be to do? This is done, which is nice. So now we can put in our forester over here. And, oh, we can fill this in. We had forgotten about all of this. And, you know, actually we should probably... Come on. Oh, get off of that. We should put this stuff in. Then we'll be alright. Now, forester in the corner here is going to be probably... Oh yeah, we'll do this side. So that will work. Take this away. I know this is not the most ideal layout of a path that's ever existed. But... Oh, good. We can put that right here. That'll work just fine. Dirt storage. Oh, we already had 2 over here, so why was I freaking out about not having any... No. That can be planks again. That's fine. Beaver colony currently has 650 bio beavers, 800 bots, and only 130-ish beavers have jobs. That's the dream, isn't it? I would like to make a giant super colony. But I kind of feel like the next series is going to need to be a smaller map. I don't know. We'll see. I got some ideas. So I don't know. Do I want to have this go down one more, or do I want to just have... Oh, that's already stopped flooding. So I think we can just take this whole thing down here. And I'll actually have this set up like so. And then we probably don't even need to put the platforms back in. We can probably just have this path connect everything so we get that extra wet fur bonus. And if this is still producing enough power, which it is not, we'll need to raise another one of these and see if that increases our speed here. Alright, so we'll probably be fine with this. Yeah, they're always going to want to work the engines, I'm pretty sure. Alright, how's our showers looking? Very nice. Very snazzy. Very tall. So you want a diving board, huh? Now, if we had side platforms, that would actually be perfect to make a diving board. Just put a 2x1 coming out here. But this will have to do on the very end. Alright, so that's looking good. This is still looking good. I made a mistake. Because I thought they would be able to place these. I was wrong. So what we'll do instead is we'll just stick those there. take out all of this, and they can come up from the bottom. We'll get a little bit more wood back from all of this, because we have to demolish this too. What's here? Treated planks. Do I have anywhere else where those are being stored? Do we even need those over here? Because we're not making... no, we're not having a wood workshop over here. I don't think we need treated wood in this district anymore, so let's get rid of that. There we go. We're making progress now, folks. So now I want to... Oh, there's not going to be a great way to do this. I'm going to have to put in... I think... I'm going to have to put in 2. Don't forget the tab button. I just always... Well, I know I always forget it because you keep asking me to not forget it. But I never think to use that. I don't know why. Alright, so that's good. We got 30 unemployed bots, 27 in this district. So let's go find some stuff for these guys to do. Here in District 1. Builders' huts probably should be all bots. Water pump, dirt excavator, district center. Because if I have 27, I'm not going to have enough. I want to make sure that they're all... yeah, let's just go ahead and make the mine bots for sure. Because that mechanism's already there. Dangerous stuff. Gear workshops aren't really that dangerous. Smelters are already bots. Wood workshops already bots. Paper mill can definitely be bots. Smelters have been bots for a while. Hauling post is already bots. Healer's not going to matter pretty soon. Food factory is probably a good one. Let's make all the food factories bots. And where are we at now? We still have 11 left. Alright, so what can we do? Builders' huts are... Wow, we have 9? We don't need 9. That is so many builders' huts. Coffee brewery. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, do we have any chargers over here? Okay, I have 2 on this side. That's not ideal. I think we can probably get away with not having quite so many of these fermenters. We have tons of food, plenty of food. So what do we have a huge backlog? Or what do we not have a huge backlog of? Cassava, okay. We do have 1 charger here. What's this making? Cassava? Okay. How many do I have doing this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many soybeans? I have 160 that haven't been processed. So I think what I will do is I'm going to turn... How fast actually can I build one of these? Can I do 3 of them in no time at all? I'm pretty sure. I should be able to. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to put in 3 of the charging stations. Yeah, they shouldn't have any problem getting this done. Let's just turn this into the top priority. Then that'll let these bots working all of this stuff stay nice and charged. This is on the other side again. All right, so that's looking okay. Let's blow this up and see how this is... Okay, that works. As long as we're still making power here. Oh, that cut off all of these. I thought it was going to cut off all of these. Well, that's not ideal. We're fine. Fermented mushroom storage is topped at 160. Really? It's topped at 164. Okay, well, we don't have a lot of mushrooms to begin with, so let's see if there's anything we can do to fix that. What is under here? Canola seeds. Okay, I got 250 corn. I got plenty of seeds. Coffee beans underneath that. Yep, we knew that was going to be a thing. Oh, we don't need this much gear storage. Okay. Where's my fermented mushrooms? There. No, that's regular mushrooms. There we go. Let's do another we'll just do 2 of these for the mushrooms instead of the gears. That should hopefully let them do a lot more stuff. Now, we have almost no power coming through here, so let's increase the height of that, and that should increase water going through here. Okay, we might have done a dumb here. Okay, well, we blew up enough stuff, or I thought we were probably going to be fine. Huh. One of each eggplant and corn rations. We have, oh, okay, no, algae rations is the one we don't have enough storage for. We don't have any storage for it, actually. It's staying in the food processing factory. We have plenty of storage for corn rations and eggplant rations, but we do need another one for algae. So I'm going to turn this. Yeah. Actually, we could make both of those into algae rations, because we don't need that much gear storage here. Because pretty much all the gear production should be used over here, I think. All right, well, let's keep on changing jobs over, because we do have 22 open ones here. All right, coffee brewery. That's why I was putting the chargers over there. Now let's keep going with these fermenters, because some of them already are. It's kind of hard to tell which one is which. I wish there was a color difference in addition to just the slider moving over to let you know which one was actually occupied by a bot. That would be nice. Can you connect the power networks? I could. I probably should, actually. Let's do that. Let's unplant this entire back row. Not going to delete them, but I will not replant them after they're harvested. And we can just have this whole thing just all the way across. And then if that's the case, we're not going to need any of these water wheels. We can get rid of those. And that would open up this whole area if we wanted to do other stuff. We'll see. The gears are low because we're using them to make bots. We're not really doing anything else with them right now. And the mine isn't... Well, I guess it is operating, but it's not, strictly speaking, super necessary right now. Now, let's see. Yeah, we got to get this finished. Now we should be able to do that. And then get this all done. And we're almost ready to start blasting this whole thing away. Which district we're in when in Global View? Global View is just all of them, I'm pretty sure. This district has 40 gears, and overall we have 95. But again, I'm not worried about the gears here. Did we build all of this? Good. Now let's come over. I know we don't really need to have this go all the way over, but we might as well, since we're, already here. So we'll just build all of these up. Hopefully that stops the flooding, at least for the next little while. Don't know how much longer we're going to have, because I am going to consider this to be done once all the jobs are automated. I don't think we're going to get another 109 bots yet. It's going to take us a while. Okay, so we need to have, say, 90. There we go. So now we have 17 over here. What else can we convert? Did we start doing the, yeah, we did. We already did all the fermenters. I don't know why that one's prioritized by haulers. We don't really need that. Food factories we've already done. Foresters are kind of halfway there. I don't think that's the thing that really needs to be automated. Gear workshops. Definitely these all need to be. I don't know why that wasn't a thing. Okay. Healers we already decided we don't really need. Hydroponic ones are already automated. Lumber mills already all automated. Inventors cannot be automated. We will definitely still need those. At least for right now. Lumberjack flags probably should be automated. I'm going to do the oil presses. That's a very useful one to have automated. Paper mills already, scavenger flags already, smelters already. Tapper's shack. Yeah, let's do that. And then water dump probably will be one of the last ones we do. Referencing the job tab in global view, wish you could see what district the building was in. Yes, yes, that would be nice. Sorry I didn't pick up on that right away. That would be very, very useful. It would be a cool feature for them to add. Now this is ready here. Fortunately, we have a lot of dynamite. We're not going to have enough to get this entire thing done right now, but we're going to be in a good spot nonetheless. All right, let's... no storage for treated planks. Okay, well, then export it. Take it somewhere else. Or do we actually need one here? I think we had already tried to figure that out, and we didn't because we don't need them to make bots and we don't have a mine. Yeah, that's what it was. But I guess I'm going to have to rebuild storage. Alright, so let's just put that right there. Treated planks go in here and turn off. Sheesh. Yeah, let's not always import treated planks. All the food stuff should be on auto, which it is. Logs probably always import, yeah. Everything else, this should all be okay. And of course, District 1 is fine. Alright, cool. So that should get us about where we need to be there. Alright, now the fun can begin. Let's go ahead. This is 3 blocks high, so we're going to have to do this in segments, I think. Alright, complete the path. This is already connected up here, so theoretically we could just do this entire thing in one go and be alright, but since we still have the ruins here, we kind of have to take our time, unfortunately. But we'll detonate all of this, and then actually, let's get rid of that one, and then we'll put the stairs down there. And once this is detonated 2 down, they can come in from the side and do it, and that's going to be a lot easier. Alright, so these are both done. Yeah, they're not going to be able to get to this one, which is annoying. That is something that kind of irritates me, is that they can't go sideways off of stairs. I mean, I guess I get why they, quote-unquote, can't do it. But it sure would be nice if they could. Alright, nobody else is going to come over here and be stupid, right? Good. We'll get that down one more, and then we'll be in good shape there. I think they can have this picked pretty clean within the next couple of minutes, assuming the scrap metal gets exported correctly. I'm not sure if that's going to be possible just quite yet, but we'll find out, I guess. Alright. So there's a good chunk of this here. We can go ahead and build our stuff here. Is this, okay, that is automated. Good. I was about to say, there's no way. There's no way we don't have enough there. We're not going to need so many builders pretty soon, but I think we do need to leave these in so we can have our dynamite laid in the fastest method possible. That would be a good time to take a drink of water, if you have one. Alright, so we're just about ready to blow this up, too. Just got a couple more to go in. Might have to mark those for for destroy. Food storage is pretty high. So what are these? Oh, kohlrabi, yeah, definitely. Goodbye. We definitely don't need these guys. The canola, though, I'll keep that. We can get rid of the kohlrabi for sure. Only have beer, no water. Well, that's allowed. That's always allowed. All right, so that's going to be nice. Have that all the way. If we need to, we could just demolish this. It's not going to be a big deal. Having this connected fully would be very nice. We might lose these fermenters. But again, I don't think it's going to be a problem. We can probably unplant a lot of this food actually and turn it into trees. Probably would be a smart thing to do. Speaking of trees, let's make sure all of our planted trees are cuttable, which these weren't. I think someone might have actually left a comment on the VOD of the stream, which I had read at some point last week and then promptly forgot. But that's taken care of now, so I'm glad we caught that. I don't think there's anything over here that hasn't been marked, and we're not growing trees anywhere else. Actually, this needs to be unmarked. There we go. Cool. So we have another little bit we can detonate here. And this last one, they can come in from the sides. We'll just detonate in stages. And now the problem we have is this is inaccessible because of how I chose to blow this up. So I'm not going to win any prizes for intelligence anytime soon in that regard. This guy cut down all the trees. Good. So that can go away, which then means all of this can go away. I don't think we need to detonate this. Might anyway, just because why not? We do only have 432, so I think that's enough to get rid of most of this. We'll see. By my phone, it says 105 degrees. Fortunately, here it is a balmy 78 degrees Fahrenheit currently. But I don't think you're going to have super high humidity there like we do. I don't want to open the calendar. I want to open the weather thing. Thank you. It is currently 79% humidity here because it I think it rained earlier. But that is rough. High heat, high humidity here is never any fun. Not that dry heat is that much better, but it is somewhat better. Plant more trees on that industrial side near the district center on that side. This is entirely trees. All of this. But if you're talking about up here, yes, we're going to. Why do I not have... Where's all the kohlrabi? Okay, 500-ish. Yeah, I'm going to turn probably most of this into trees once we get there. In fact, I'm going to unplant all of the kohlrabi in this district, because it is still necessary for the nutritional boosts, but we already have some being grown here. And food-wise, we're still looking really good. We could use more campfires and terraces and all that fun stuff. And we don't have a tribute to ingenuity yet. District Crossing, District 1 industrial area. So you're talking about right here? Or are you talking about over here? Because I was planning on terraforming this up and planting some trees once we got a decent amount of dirt secured, but that's not been a very not been a very quick process. So we actually need to have some dirt storage. This is we have dirt storage, so we actually need to be using it. All right. Okay, so how are we going to do this? I guess I have to have, because we don't have any intermediaries here, I guess I have to have this whole section here go up, which I was already planning on doing. I was planning on making this completely level, then having all of this water go down this side. Green on top of the cliff. Yeah, but I don't have the range for it. I don't want to put a forester just to have a tiny little section. I want to have like this entire thing be trees right here. And then once we don't have to have healers anymore, I can probably get rid of the dandelions. 36 Celsius and 80% humidity. You're in Japan, right? That makes sense. I've heard it. Japanese summers are miserable. Does not sound fun. So I think what we'll do, we'll just start with this. Humid heat, it's harder to sweat. Oh, I can't even read right. In the humid heat, it's harder for sweat to evaporate from our skin, so we feel warmer for longer. Yep, absolutely. In dry heat, the sweat does evaporate, but you dehydrate quicker. Yes, which is another reminder for everyone to please drink water on behalf of Devilish Fun, who is not active in chat currently. Not very smart to terraform and plant trees in front of the water outlet. Yeah, you're probably right. But I'm not going all the way up here. I'm just going to make a section right here, and we'll build levees, say right about here. Just have this blocked off all the way. Wow, thanks BAM905. 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate it. Welcome, new Beard Booster friends. Skrymer U, Fractured 23, Richard G. Is that MallesBixie? And then Mitchell Walker. I think a couple of you guys were gifted before, so welcome back to those of you who were on that group. But yeah, we got some emotes for you guys to use, and then you also have access to some other stuff in the community tab as we continue on with the stuff I'm doing behind the scenes. You guys can have some sneak peeks of that coming up soon. But yeah, again, thanks BAM905, appreciate it. That kind of stuff really, really does help me out, especially as these series drag on longer and longer. The view counts go down. It makes it a lot easier for me to keep spending time to do stuff. So again, thanks very much, and welcome to the rest of you. In the desert, you need electrolytes. Yes. Electrolytes are good. I was in marching band in high school and college, a total of about a decade. And band camp in high school was 2 weeks on a parking lot in Georgia in the end of July. And that was, I think, temperature on the asphalt was normally about 130, 140 degrees because it was direct sun all day. You're out there, I think it was 8 a.m. to noon. Then we would go inside for lunch and music sectionals and come back out about 5 o'clock till about 9. Always drinking water and electrolytes and all that good stuff. Gatorade, etc. I think that was before Pedialyte really became popular for people to drink when they weren't children. 60 minutes and only 3 hours left. We're not going 3 hours. we cannot, or else I'm going to be going to sleep at 5 a.m. again, and then we're not going to have tomorrow's stream until 8 p.m. and I don't want to do that. My drink of choice right now is vitamin water's got some good stuff. And as far as I know, they don't put as much of the really questionable chemicals in it. The weird artificial sweeteners or anything. I mean, they probably still have some of that, but a lot of the cheaper sports drinks and flavored waters and stuff have some of that kind of suspect stuff you probably shouldn't be drinking every day. But vitamin water is good. I always get the gallons of the purified spring water at the store. Our county water is not great. I mean, it's not unclean. It just doesn't taste very good. No, that stuff's always nice. I had really good tap water in Atlanta, which a lot of people don't seem to think big cities have good water, but have you ever lived in a big city? Well, now granted, there are some cities that have atrocious water quality, and that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but if that's your experience, then I'm not going to say that that's invalid. But I had very good water in Atlanta. Really, really, really tasty, very clean. Don't get how people do track and field and cross country. That would be awful. That would be terrible. I've been saying for years I plan to move to Washington State since I can't really handle direct sunlight. That sounds nice. Washington State seems like a very beautiful part of the country. The whole Pacific Northwest, really. And depending on your flavor of living, you can either go to the city, you can live in very, very beautiful forested, I guess it's not really countryside, but really, really nice, dense forests up there. That's why you need trees over the road. Yes, yes, absolutely. I am always an advocate for smart urbanism in ways that benefits people, including trees over the road. I know there's a lot of kind of bunk science around the whole concept of trees contributing to the urban heat island. No. Trees clean the air and they provide shade. That's always a positive. There's no possible way for that to be bad. Pedialyte became popular as a marketing scheme to get a whole new... Yeah, yep. Because when I was in college, I was a good boy. I did not do stupid things. Not until much later. But that's what they would do is they would have the Red Bull car would come by. And they'd hire these like swimsuit models or whatever to hand out Red Bull. That stuff's awful for you. I mean, do what you want. I'm not your dad, but it's not good for you. It's really, 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 really bad for your heart and all that stuff. And it always gave me like heart palpitations whenever I drink. It's like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing that. But they would come out and they'd hand out all this stuff. And then I think this was toward the end of when I was in college, they started having people talking about, hey, you should drink Pedialyte when you get hungover. It's like, why would I drink Pedialyte? It's what you give kids who have like dehydration from diarrhea. But then they started marketing it more and more and more and more. And now it's this huge thing. Like all these younger people I knew when I was in college were like, oh yeah, man, I went and got a case of Pedialyte. What are you talking about? Like I hadn't seen a thing of Pedialyte in 25 years. But apparently that's, they figured out how to sell more of their product, which, all right, cool. Free market, baby, let's go. I've never had sake, actually. I've had, it's probably not what you're referencing, but I've had soju as well at a Korean barbecue place. Pretty good. We may or may not have consumed every last bit of blueberry soju that they had in the building. I will never confirm or deny that, but very good, very fun time. I miss Korean barbecue. That's the kind of fun stuff you can do in the city that you really don't have in a lot of places down here where I live. Trees absorb heat and turn the energy into sugar. Rich neighborhoods with lots of foliage are 3 to 4 degrees cooler than... Yes. Oh, you're gonna love these videos I'm putting out in the next like month or so. Which I guess since you're a multi-month beard booster at this point, so you would have seen some of the sneak peek stuff I'm putting in, or the things I've talked about at least. But there's so much just straight science urbanism that's not politics related at all, but it's just straight up evidence-based fact that people just love to ignore. There's a bunch of that kind of stuff you can do like storytelling with through video game stuff. That's kind of what I want to get into, doing all that stuff. Yeah, it is just amazing when you actually sit and do the research and just ignore the people screaming online about who's wrong and just actually look at like data on stuff. It's very fun. That's why algae forests are huge. Yeah, I've seen those. The glass tanks at like bus stops or whatever with the green stuff inside. People are like, oh, they want to replace the trees. No. There's places you can't put trees, but you can stick one of those in that has a footprint of what, 2 or 3 square feet versus a tree that you have to dig up the sidewalk and make sure there's enough space for the root ball, and then you have to have clearance between the sidewalk and the road. And like, you can't put trees everywhere. There's places where you shouldn't remove them in the first place. But if you have no other option, that's a good idea to try and do stuff with. Never seen a study that helps hangovers. Talking about Pedialyte, I think. But everyone always swears. So the issue with that is you have it's like a combination of dehydration and a sugar crash. So if you rehydrate and you have electrolytes and you have fats and stuff that re-enter your body after a period of whatever causes you to get into that state, whatever, then that's very beneficial. Is the science that I had it explained to me. I was not a science major. I was a communications major, so I could just be completely wrong. But that's how that was explained to me, and that's seems to be good conventional wisdom for that. Now, why are they not putting all of this... Oh, you know what? Somebody even said this. You know what? We missed a cycle. I missed a cycle because we were sitting here talking about Urban Heat Island. And Devilish Fun even came back to warn us, and I just completely ignored it. So that means penalty dice. Oh man. Now I gotta scroll up and read all this now. Alright, let's see. Use a Brita filter because my water is the hardest. Yeah, we have hard water, and it is awful for our plumbing stuff, like those the cartridges that they put in showers with the knobs and stuff. Ours just corrode super fast. Literally every couple years we have to replace one. So if I can manage to make some decent money this summer, I can maybe think about wanting to put in one of those whole home water filters, or at least some sort of inline thing to try and soften the water a little bit. Any terraforming districts, terraforming stations in District 1? No. I don't think one exists, which is why this isn't happening. So let's go ahead and place that, and then we'll do our penalty dice roll. Okay, so this is going to have to go. It doesn't need to be powered. We just need space for it. We might as well just go ahead and put it here. I'm not saying it's going to stay here, but we'll stick that there. Okay, so it's cycle 32. It's a day 3. So we need to do a new roll, 7d6, but we need a penalty. So is that going to be 8d6 for the penalty? I don't know. Now I got to scroll down and see what everybody else is saying here. Oh my God, we're getting crazy here now. Devilish fun with another 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. So let's see who got that one. Steve, welcome back, Steve. Texas Game Mom, Mohamed, Tharwat, Jared Murphy, Jelby124. Welcome, welcome, all of you. So let's do our penalty roll. 7d6 is our base roll. 9d6 for the penalty. Why not 10d6? Let's do 10, just for penalty purposes, because it's 3 days. We're on day 3 and not day 1. This is probably going to be complete chaos, but let's see what happens here. All right, I got to go into this thing and say 10d6. Okay, so let's bring this back up. Gifts, I think, are opt-in. All right, so let's hit roll here. 42. Oh no. Okay, so we're going up 4.2 on every single one. That's the penalty. While we're here, I'm going to reset this to 7, but 4.2 is where we're at. So ignore that 20. We're going up 4.2. All right. Let's go into dev mode. 4.2. So now it's going to be 32.2. Oh no. Okay. Not 322. No. 32.2. This is what I get for talking about, and this is what you guys get for getting me out on the urbanism tirades. All right. So this could go very poorly. Not 320. Very poorly, very quickly. But we'll see what happens. All right, so we have just this one and then the 2 over on the other side here. And then we'll be all good to go. And then I got to go back and read a whole bunch of chat that I had to scroll past to see what you guys were saying about the cycle penalty. All right, so that's all done. Let's, oh yeah, look at all that flow. Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's move that down to 1.5, see if that helps. Water escape any quicker. Okay, so this is now in need of a second level. I guess we can just do all of this at once, huh? Yeah, there we go. Take care of that. This side is still looking good. This is still looking, yeah, actually, looking just fine. Cool. Love to see that that's working correctly. So let's take a second. This is like, oh, this is still flooding. All right, let's go down to 1. It's very possible that we will have messed things up for ourselves, having the outflow as high as it currently is. Let's just drop that all the way down to 0. I think it's probably fine. See if these actually turn back to regular green. All right, we're getting close to where we can actually have this all taken care of. So I'm going to start blasting these out. I think the water just can't flow out here fast enough. The height isn't at the full height down here, so I think we're probably okay. We just really, really have to be blasting this out pretty quick. So while they are working on that, let me scroll back up in chat and see exactly what we missed here. All right. Washington State's nice. You have a lot of different regions. Desert type in the east, rainforest areas along the coast, high mountain areas for skiing. Yeah, Washington State seems like one of the best parts of the country, in my opinion, in terms of geography, at least. A little bit of everything, like you were saying. Would love to go visit someday. Soju's dangerous. Yep, absolutely. 100%. Let's see. Korean blueberry. Oh, God. Something like that. Now even 42 would be 43 with the penalty. Yep. All right. Penalty for each day. Yep, that's what we did. Spam cycle change. Yep, that's what you guys did. Been saying new cycle for some time. I don't know how I missed it. Well, I got an idea. Algae forests also absorb insane amounts of CO2 comparable to any other greenery. Yeah, algae is very efficient at what's it, respiration or whatever the process is called. Algae's cool. And I think, who was it that was talking to the Discord about wanting to do marine biology? Forgive me for not remembering exactly the name off the top of my head. But it is just such a fascinating topic, and I think it really does not get enough attention from people. It's science, hard science was never something I was great at. I was always like decent at a lot of that stuff, but some of it is just a little bit too much math for me. All right, so let's try and get some more of this blown up here, because we're having some problems with these trees, and they're going to die in about 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens. At least our farm's not flooding. At least we have that going for us. We have all these bots that aren't working for us. So let's just go ahead. Let's see. District 1. What has not been flipped back over? Builders' huts. I think we have enough now to give all of the builders' huts to the bots. I think the only things that haven't changed over are the water pumps. District center we can go ahead and flip over. And the district crossings. So we need to now, I think, I can do another 20. Let's start with that, see what happens here. That should get us pretty good to go. All right, so you are stuck because everything is flooded. Yep, we knew that was going to be a thing. That's fine, I suppose. We got to get this blown up. Is that too high? It is. All right, so let's get rid of the stairs. For some reason, the stairs block it. You remove it, they can somehow actually get that to work. But now these are flooded, and they're not going to unflood until everything else is, oh boy, until everything else is taken care of. So that's going to be kind of a problem. Hopefully we can actually get across here. Oh, this is not connected anymore because I did a dumb. I know, shocker. Let's, I'll get to the rest of the chat in a second, don't worry. I just want to make sure we're not going to lose because I'm sitting here talking about marine biology and Pedialyte and all that nonsense. All right, so they can build that to put the rest of this in. Too deep in the chat? Yeah, that was 10 minutes ago. That's how far behind in chat I am. All right, here is, okay, there's the Devilish Fund memberships. We talked about that. Thanks again, everybody. Yeah, so gifting, as far as I'm aware, is a an opt-in thing in your YouTube settings. So make sure that that's enabled. Because it's so weird, because you're in here all the time, William. You're in here so much, and it's so weird that you haven't gotten one yet. So a lot of the time, you're talking more than other people. So it's definitely present in chat. Okay, so here's what we're talking about. The dice. Let them let them masochism. Yep, that's what we do. Okay. If your YouTube account is as old as mine pre-Google, then you may have a brand account that is ineligible for receiving gifted. Really? Okay, the account that I'm on now is, I don't think it's a brand account. My original YouTube account, I'm pretty sure is. So I think that one was in 2007, I think is when I had that one. That's not this account. This one's substantially newer than that. Okay. Always blames us while we rebels in the outcomes. Oh, come on. That's kind of disingenuous, don't you think? Waterfall speed also get increased. Actually, that's a good question. Did we do that? I need to click on one of these things. Where is it? Yes, it's at 32.2. Good looking out, though. I had not remembered if we'd done that or not. What's your favorite science course? I really liked physics. I was not good at it. But the problems with stuff like ballistics and especially electricity, I really enjoyed actually doing the experiments and the labs and stuff. The math is just beyond my brain. It was very, very fun. I really, really liked that stuff. Biology was cool too, but I wasn't really into the whole like dissecting thing. I mean, it's interesting. It's just kind of sad. You see the anatomy students across the hall were dissecting fetal cats. That just made me feel bad. Majored in physics. Okay, so you're smart. You're smarter than I am. That's why I never play the lottery. Yeah, the odds on the lottery are not favorable. And people also tend to get like caught up in the drama of, oh, I want to play the Powerball because it's at $2 billion. Okay, well, you and everybody else, so your odds are not any better just because the amount's higher. Probably have better odds of winning the lottery when it's at a low jackpot because not as many people are going to be buying the tickets. Have to do some math to find the right. Yeah, so there are games. There are certain games that I don't know how at least in the U.S., how every state lottery ends up operating. But there are some that have substantially higher odds of getting paid out. But they're usually not the ones that pay a lot of money at once. Usually it's one of those things that, like Keno, supposedly, I had always heard was one of the better, easier ones to make a lot of money doing. But the individual payouts are usually pretty small. That's what we'd always do. We'd pool, I don't know, like $20 a person when the Powerball was a huge number and someone would go buy the tickets. And of course we never won anything, but it's one of those like kind of fun entertainment things, I think, for a lot of people. Brand account then is based on if you set it up to useful to Google years ago, it was going to be an uploader, so they let me get all the perks of things. Yeah, I remember early YouTube, there was a, early YouTube, like 2005, 2006. They had, you could get a director account. And I had a friend from a church that wanted to do a whole bunch of like video type stuff. So he got a director account. They had this whole questionnaire. You had to fill like how many hours of video are in your library and what kind of like production experience do you have. And we're just like, well, we haven't done any of this. So we had no idea what we were doing. Never ended up actually making anything, but fun memories. Dad's work won the lotto in Ontario when I was a kid. Don't know the full amount, but we got to go to Disney, so that's cool. Video video responses were great. That's one thing I miss. Like, new YouTube is great, and like honestly, kind of biased because I get to make money playing video games, which is awesome. But old YouTube, I just think is something we're never going to see again, because it was such a great, just actual genuine community atmosphere where people were just really passionate about making funny videos. And of course, nobody was making any money on YouTube from actually direct from YouTube ad payments or anything to like, what, 2010, 2011? So anyone who was getting paid had some sort of external sponsorship. Like, I think, oh man, old YouTube, like Rhett and Link stuff before they did the morning show where all they do is eat food. But they had, I think they got sponsored by, I don't know, Alka-Seltzer or somebody. And I watched that video. I was like, who would pay someone to make videos on YouTube? And then now, what, 15 years later, here we are. It's funny how stuff works. All right, so let's dynamite this out. So what I'm doing is I'm actually working backwards so I can keep using this path. That's fun. YouTube was the Wild West. It absolutely was. Especially with regard to, like, censorable material. I guess they'd always find it, but people would really, really try to push the boundaries on what they could upload to here. Oh my God, is it a good idea to microwave this? I loved that show. One of my college roommates is actually Facebook friends with John Paula, and I'm so mad at him. I'm so mad about it. But that was just so much fun. It's just a bunch of guys being dudes. Just really, really genuinely entertaining, good chemistry. Very, very fun peak YouTube stuff. I think that was like, what, 2008 to 2010? 2011 maybe, when they were uploading those. I absolutely loved those videos. They murdered so many microwaves. I loved the melodramatic, like the montages whenever they killed one. Especially when it was one that was, it was just for like 2 experiments and then it died. They'd put the real sad music on in the background and they'd just have like the montage of all the best moments of the history of that microwave. What a stupid, stupid thing. It was so much fun. Will It Blend? That was also good. Like, didn't even care that it was just a shameless ad for these really expensive blenders. It was just fun to watch the videos. iPhone smoke. Don't breathe this. Yeah, Jogwheel is used to be called Ideo Productions back in the day. But yeah, Jogwheel is that's John Paula, and him and his friends would make the microwave videos. And they had a couple other things. They had a roller coaster show. They had or he did, John by himself did a bunch of movie reviews. They're pretty good. And I think he has like a quote-unquote real job doing video production now, which is what he went to college for, so good for him. But I do miss that stuff. That's one of those, it was like one of the last bastions of like true internet culture, in my opinion. Just guys screwing around, uploading video of it. Real good fun stuff. Brother had a science YouTube channel, but the crazy Russian hacker channel kept stealing his experiments and got way more popular. Yeah, that happens. That's a shame. King of Random, yep. There's so many, like, just really... I don't know. When I say good, I'm not talking about, like, high production value or objectively quality content. It's just stuff that was always fun to watch. Old Smosh, they actually just got their channel back. They had, and I think they're doing stuff again now. But for a while they were in trouble, and then Rhett and Link, we talked about them earlier. Their company bought the rights, and they basically just kept them from losing access to stuff. I think there's some sort of bad network deal they were dealing with or whatever. But yeah, they had all sorts of cool stuff on there. But I think like last month they officially Smosh Now owns, I think, most of Smosh Now, so they can do all their whatever they want now, which is cool. Yeah, I got a lot of respect for Rhett and Link and all the stuff they do with media. I was following them way back long ago when they were still part of Campus Crusade. That's actually how I got introduced to them, I think in like the mid-2000s. And of course they have their own stuff that they did as a result of that. That's probably not stuff we need to get into on this stuff, because that's pretty sensitive religious type of debates. But the just the whole idea of being professional content creators, they were like some of the first people to actually do that. It's very interesting to follow their whole business model. And like, I don't really care for the style of stuff they do on Good Mythical Morning anymore. It's just not my thing. But I've always appreciated what they were able to do in the video creator space. It's always funny to see auto channels get a specific car, then days later every channel is building. Yeah, so the auto channels, well, I guess probably the most popular one now would be Doug DeMuro. But they all pretty much have the same access to a fleet of press cars, and they literally just pass the same car around to all these different people. So all your guys that are doing all the car reviews, which actually back in the day, one of the OGs, Saab Kyle '07, I think was, or was it '04? Might have been Saab Kyle '04, but he was one of the first people that actually did car reviews, like actual car reviews on YouTube, and wasn't somebody like a Motor Trend or a Motor Week or whatever. But yeah, I always loved watching his stuff. And I think he still does this. I haven't seen him in a while. But they all just rotate through press cars, and they do all the same kind of different reviews. And a lot of them now will have embargoes to where, especially for new models, they'll give them access to the cars over a period of a couple of weeks, but then say you can't publish the video until X time on X day. And then they'll just all go up at the same time. Or what's funnier, and if you watch Doug DeMuro, you've probably seen some of this that he's talked about. They actually sometimes will fly these people out and all have them review the same car, the exact same physical car on the same day and the same place, which is just hilarious to me. Like, you have a line of these guys just waiting to get in the same car, and they have 15 minutes with the car, they can drive it or whatever, and then they all just have to wait like a month to put the video up. Oh, MySpace. What a mess. MySpace was on its way out when I started getting into social media. I think about 2004, 2005. And then I got Facebook in 2006, and that's a whole different thing. Time to move the scrap metal storage to the top of the hill. Yes. We will do that. I'm going to set this one to be scrap metal, and I'm going to start emptying at least one of these, because we just have this one little bit left, and we can start detonating all of this now. MySpace was cool because it still felt like old. What? I'm so old. I know there's people in here that are older than me, but it's it just makes me feel old when I talk about like internet stuff that happened over 15 years ago. I guess at this point, MySpace for most people would have been about 20 years ago. But it was cool because it was before like the internet was really super proliferating every single aspect of our lives, right? So like your mom wasn't on Facebook, or your grandma wasn't on Instagram, or Instagram wasn't even a thing then. So you still felt like you could just do and say whatever you wanted, and people almost never used their real names for anything. Yeah, I miss that. So now everything is really just over-personalized. Alright, so I'm just going to delete these, because why not? And they can just come get the scraps. And then we want to just detonate all this stuff. AOL Instant Messenger. You betcha. I was on that thing every day after school, talking to the same people I just saw at school for the entire day. What a waste of time. That's what 90% of this stuff is. But it was fun, and like the special interest forums for like car hobbies and different things, and like every single TV show had a separate website with a forum on it. There's just, that's the kind of stuff I miss. And Reddit, for the most part, kind of did a decent job replacing that, but now Reddit's also a disaster. That's what happens when you let people prioritize money over everything else. Just does not end up going well. Have you used Threads? Not on this alias. I have one that's tied to my personal Instagram that I'm not giving out. But if it ends up actually being good at all, I might make one under this this alias. But the problem that I've got with it is it tries too hard. Well, it's also brand new, and I don't think they expected they were going to get, like, what, 70 billion people in the first 2 days. But it doesn't have a chronological feed, which is why Twitter's great. Well, Twitter isn't great objectively, but part of what is good about Twitter is that it has the chronological feed, which is really, really good for stuff like sports news, or talking about specific topics as they're happening, or current events. something like Threads is terrible for that. Because how did we get on this topic in the first place? This is the Timberborn stream. Why are we talking about social media stuff? Anyway, I digress. This is fun, so we're going to keep doing it. But it just really bothers me how Threads seems like it's just oriented toward shoving whatever crap their algorithm thinks you want to see in your face as possible. Like you don't have any agency over what you see on there. Which is frustrating, because for me, the value of a social media environment is based on the access that I have to things I'm interested in. So if I have an account on Threads and I want to look at, say, sports news, it's terrible for it because it's not time-based. It's all just algorithm. Oh, you want to see a post from IHOP talking about pan? I don't care about IHOP. I don't even go eat at IHOP. I don't think they're that really great of a restaurant, so I'm not going to go there. So why do I want to see content that I can't unsee just because they have a check mark and Threads wants to promote their stuff? I don't want to see that. I'm sure there's people who want to see that, but that's not me. I want to see stuff from the people that I'm interested in and what they post. I don't want to look at corporate garbage. That's what Facebook does, which, of course, Facebook owns Instagram, or the whole shell company, whatever. They all own each other. Who cares? It's just one of those things that I'm like, this is a good idea to have an alternative to Twitter, but it's got to be actually good. I don't use any modern social media. Good for you. You've successfully escaped. It's a disease, but it's unfortunately kind of a requirement for a lot of stuff these days. I guess I can't be too mad because I get to count this as a job now, which is awesome. And I do have a lot of fun playing video games and talking to you guys, but I don't really consider this to be the same kind of social media thing as something like a Twitter or a Facebook or whatever. Been around since before GeoCities. Oh, I miss GeoCities. I know they took all those down, but there's some, like, really good stuff. People just, like, make repositories of, oh man, especially those people that upload MIDIs. But back before internet was fast enough to actually stream music, people would sequence MIDIs of popular songs or whatever and just stick them up online. You could download them or listen to them or whatever. If you had a computer with a sound card, I'm sure there's plenty of us here who are old enough to remember before computers all automatically came with sound cards. But that's like the whole community-based aspect of the internet is something I really miss. And I guess to a certain extent you can still get that in Discord, but Discord is far from a perfect platform, for sure. Earthlink. I never had Earthlink, but I remember all those commercials. Still don't understand why they underbuild servers. The answer to that question is capitalism. Why spend a lot of money when you can spend less money and have more problems and then blame other people? Yeah, Twitter's value to me personally is pretty much nothing outside of the access to, like, game developers and like artists and people that I like to follow, and then of course sports during sports season. That is something that I do as one of my side jobs, I guess. I don't need to get too specific, but it's fun to have that kind of instant access to stuff. What's happening in the rest of the colony? That's a very good question, because we've just been kind of parked here talking about social media for the past, like, 10 minutes. We have a lot of bots we can actually go ahead and transfer over to here, so let's do that. We have 31 extras, so let's send 30 over, and then set up all of our jobs here that we can. I think we'll leave the water pumps alone for now, but district crossings we'll go ahead and turn over. Engines can just stay with biobeavers, that's fine. Farmhouses are going to become bots. Then let's see. Okay, that leaves us in this district 5 vacancies for bots. So that's going to put us in a good spot. We're going to start having problems pretty soon having enough charging space, I think. So we'll have to make sure that we're keeping abreast of all of that. let's continue this process. Because we're getting pretty close to having everything automated. I don't think it's going to be too much longer. Fruity Loops forever. Well, I have a copy of, well, it's FL Studio now. But I had friends in college who had a, I think it was still called Fruity Loops back then. Modern computers are so much better than they require sound. Well, they still have sound cards, but it's just integrated into the chipset. You can still buy external or internal sound cards if you really feel like you need that, but honestly, it's for 99% of people, it's a complete waste of money. The regular integrated chipset's perfectly fine. I have a USB audio interface that I have my microphone connected to, and it wasn't super expensive. It wasn't cheap, but it wasn't obnoxiously expensive, and I feel like I am working perfectly fine without having to buy another external sound card or anything. So I guess unless you're like one of those like really obsessive audiophile people who will like pay $500 for a monster brand like a RCA cable, which is a complete waste of money, by the way. Don't do that to yourself. It doesn't, it's ones and zeros in digital audio. It's either on or it's not. But it's just astounding to me how much money people will spend on stuff like that. Let's see, where did we go? Yeah, disk drives. This computer that I'm on does not have a disk drive, and I built it 3 years ago. I haven't missed it. Anything that I have a copy of that requires a disk is either old enough to be abandonware, and I can either just download it online, or it's on GOG or something, or I'm not worried about it. And of course, pretty much all of our music now is just streaming anyway. Modern sound cards come into play when you want to do something like get above 12.1. Okay, fair, but also, who's doing that? Like, obviously, there are people who are doing it, but 99.9% of people just are never going to care about that. Recording audio for raw processing. Yep, like actual, like music studios absolutely are going to have stuff like that. But also, you can get really good results with just like a decent quality microphone and a good interface. Even something as basic as like a Scarlett 2i2 and the mic I have, the SM7B. It's a very, very good, simple studio setup. I follow my Japanese teacher on Twitter since she mostly just posts stuff for students. Yeah, is she like Japanese, like from Japan or whatever? Because I know Twitter is a huge thing in Japan, especially if you're into like anime or manga culture or anything. A lot of those people exclusively post on Twitter. Or that's the only quote-unquote Western social media that they'll use. There's obviously other websites for artists and stuff that are popular. But if you want to see any sort of news about that stuff, it's almost certainly going to be on Twitter. Which irritates me because I'm sick of Twitter. It's garbage now. Remember our first family computer in 1996? All we had was Cosmos Cosmic Adventure. Yeah, games are a lot simpler back then. For sure. But a lot of the old stuff is actually really good. I would love to go back and play a bunch of those old video games. Like, what was it, Myst? Or those point-and-click puzzle games and stuff. Looks like you could finish the power connection. Yes. Let's do that. I think we just had a couple of these that we were waiting for, and then we got distracted with very fun conversation, don't get me wrong. But we also do need to actually play the game. Also have a mixer. I've got one. I used to do, when I was in college and I was studying music, I used to do recordings of like covers and stuff. So I went on, I think I went on eBay and I bought myself a little Behringer 10-channel mixer that had, it didn't have a USB input, so I was running the, oh man, I was running the RCA audio outs, the analogs, into a 3.5 millimeter converter and into the stereo mix import on the back of my on my computer. It sounded so bad. It was such low quality stuff. But that was I think I spent, I don't know, $40 on all of that together. I had some cheap old dynamic microphone from Goodwill. It sounded like trash. Hey, but if you're a college student, you don't have any money, you can do stuff like that. It's perfectly fine. Remember, if it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid. That's another thing you can't really do anymore is find good stuff at Goodwill, because now everybody got wise to the whole thrift store thing. And now people just go and snipe good deals. All right, so let's see. We have 425 explosives. It's pretty much just constantly filling. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead. I know we just got rid of this stuff, but I want to go ahead and detonate all of this. So I don't want right here. We'll just have this set up like so. And just work on getting all of this taken care of. I'll blast this down, and then we'll get the rest of this side. And then I think we have this set up the correct way. We should be able to get at the rest of this just fine. I think they can still reach that. Yeah. All right. Let's see, what else fun stuff are we talking about here? Funny sound card story? Oh, please do tell. So I have a computer that did not... I hope you are okay with me reading this out loud. If not, please stop me before I get all the way through. So I have a computer that did not come with an integrated sound card. It has a server board. Oh boy, those are fun. Got it because it was dual CPU. Yep, I had one of those. It was an old Dell Precision workstation. I used it as a Minecraft server. This is stupid. But that was a good time. Got a cheapo PCIe sound card on it so I could capture sound, video capture. When I wanted to add an NVMe drive, I realized I didn't have any free PCIe slots. Took out the PCIe sound card and put in an old Sound Blaster. Oh man, that's a blast from the past. That was back in the day when actually the sound card would make a difference. When what is it? Is it Creative that makes the Sound Blaster? I can't remember. There were a couple of different brands I remember. Oh, there's always just so much cool like PC stuff in the 90s. It was like the Wild West, but in a good way. I think I want to have this come out here. There we go. Set all this off. First family computer is a Commodore 64. My dad had one of those. Excuse me. For every hour of studying I did, I could play games on the Commodore 64 for 2 hours. That's a good deal. 2 for 1. I unfortunately have never had the chance to play with one of those. But I did, when I was in elementary school, we had Apple IIe's in the computer lab. So they'd do some sort of educational thing. And then they're like, all right, go play Oregon Trail. And you put the, was it a 5.5 inch floppy in there? And then everybody gets dysentery and then dies immediately. It was a good fun time. Yeah, old server machines are fantastic for production environments, whether it's video or music or whatever, just because there's so much more bandwidth for stuff when you have, well, if you have a program that actually has multi-channel CPU support, or multi-thread, not channel, that's a music thing. But that was the thing when we got that computer, is my desktop at the time had a quad core. Oh, fancy quad cores. It had 4 cores in it, but it was only a quad core. But the server board had 2 slots. It was Xeons. We could put 4 quad core Xeons in there. We're like, oh, this is fancy stuff now. Like, all right, well, 4 core CPU, who cares? Now that's like poverty spec 4 core stuff most of the time. But that was a big deal in 2011, 2010 to have more than 4 cores in your computer. And of course, now the CPU I've got is 3900X, I think, has 12 physical cores, 24 logical. Like, oh, okay. I still don't use all of them. Like, most of the stuff is still single core, except my music software, I think, does multi-threading just fine. And of course, when I'm exporting video, it's really handy for that. But for the most part, stuff doesn't even use it. Windows 7 had no idea what it was. Yeah, I bet it had no clue. Well, if you're running 64-bit Windows 7, probably couldn't even see it if it was like substantially old enough. When that computer switched over to Linux, it was like, aha, Creative Labs, EMU 10K. What? Yep. Linux is good about that. It's bad about a lot of stuff if you have specific software you have to use. But otherwise, Linux is extremely good. I just could never get into it because when I was in college, I had people shilling it to me all the time. Like, oh, you got to use Linux, bro. It's like, okay, does it run program XYZ? No. okay, well, you can use wine. It's like, okay, well, I guess, but it still isn't going to work super well. Okay, that's too far. I dual booted, Ubuntu and Windows 7 for a long time. But I never really had a reason to get super into it. Because I wasn't a programmer and I didn't do quote-unquote illegal things on the dark web or whatever, so I didn't care about being tracked. But I've got programmer friends that are still like foam at the mouth Linux advocates. If you're watching, I love you. But I'm not installing Gentoo. Stop it. Very first computer was in 1978. Wow, so that is early stuff then. It was a kit, had to learn to flow solder and install raw components on an empty circuit board. That sounds like fun, honestly. I think stuff is way too small now for that to be practical, but the older stuff with the individual, like, breadboard electronics type stuff, always been super interesting to me. I haven't really had the chance to get into any of that, but that does sound fun. Creative still owns Sound Blaster. The line is Bose. Okay. When I finished building the computer, it didn't work, so the next step was to go to Crutchfield. They're still around, I think. Mostly car audio stuff now, if I remember correctly. Bought an oscilloscope kit, then built that, and then fixed the computer. So that's fun. Man, I just love stuff like that. Like, actually hands-on getting involved with things. Very, very rewarding. We don't really get to do enough of that these days. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to... Oh, well, now this is never getting picked up because that's in the wrong spot, so that's fine. We'll get rid of that. But we're going to detonate all of this. I think that's going to put it down. Uh-oh. Oh, I made a mistake. I made an error. We'll put this back. Skyrim runs on Linux. What more could you want? So well, okay, I guess I can't really complain. At the time, I was irritated because remember, I used to be a music composition major back in the dark times, 2010, 11, 12, or whatever. And the notation software I was using would not run in Linux. And it barely worked if I used Wine. So it's like, I can't use this. This is not useful to me at all. And of course now I'm pretty sure Creative Suite works in Linux, or if it doesn't, there's good free alternatives. But I'm too entrenched into too entrenched into Creative Suite to want to switch over to anything else at this point. Gentoo just gives me nightmares even thinking about it. Skyrim runs on refrigerators. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Doom runs on a bunch of stuff, and it's really funny. Like what people will get Doom to run on. Music applications are notorious for being stupid. Yeah, I think I remember it was, it had a lot of problems with the audio drivers, which, you know, is kind of important when you're working in a composition environment. But it was great for almost everything else, of course. Well, that was when Minecraft was the really super new hot game that only the cool kids knew about. And that worked fine in there, so I didn't care. And had word processors, like everything I actually needed the computer to do, except for my music software, worked fine. Talking about building computers again, yeah, it was a lot of fun. In high school back then, we had a very good electronics teacher. So that would have been like a pretty new field then. In the late 70s, if that's the same time period. Wow, 64 scrap metal. We got to get that picked up. Get that out of here. Well, we're about to detonate all of this, and then I think that's going to pretty much get us, for all intents and purposes, completed with our 50 lane output. Yeah, my high school didn't really have... Well, I was in band, so I couldn't really take that many electives, but I don't think we didn't have any electronics or anything. They had auto shop, they had broadcasting, There was some other kind of like a trade thing, but there wasn't any like a wood shop or an electronics course or anything. That would have been fun. Yeah, a lot of the open source software is really good, but enough of it is still like in specific workspaces is still not quite as good as the paid stuff, or more crucially for creatives, is not as widely adopted and not intercompatible. Like, for example, video editing, Blackmagic Design has software called, why is the name slipping out of my mind now at this point? I was just talking about somebody, talking to this about the other day. DaVinci Resolve, that's what it's called. And as far as I can tell, it's just as good, if not better, than Adobe Premiere, which is what I use and what a lot of creative media people use. The other popular one would be Avid Film Composer, I think, is what a lot of actual movie studios use. But if you are in a shop that uses Adobe's Creative Suite, you just, there's no intercompatibility with most of the open source stuff. It just doesn't work. So you're forced to buy into that. Or if you are a freelancer who collaborates with people who use that, it's like, all right, well, if you're working on your own and you're doing your own thing, then yeah, sure. It doesn't matter. As long as it works for you, then that's fine. Let's get this scrap metal out. I think we still have dirt storage. No, that's planks. Metal blocks. We just need this to be exported. I want to do all of this at one time. That's why we haven't detonated it yet. Power supplies. In fact, put a big nail through a solid concrete block wall. Yikes. Yeah, Windows 11 is interesting. We'll say as far as I am able to help it, I will not upgrade this computer to Windows 11. I'm going to keep it on 10 until it stops working. Fun fact for you, in concept, any Windows program will run on Linux if you have the libraries for it. Yeah, theoretically. FYI, day 22. Yes, I'm watching this now. All right, we have 36 unemployed bots. So, you know, we might actually finish our playthrough today. I don't know if you guys are going to be upset about that or not, but we're getting really close, friends. Very, very close. So let's make sure all of these are set to bot jobs now. And we'll just let them fill up. And then we'll go for maxing out happiness. That sounds, I'm not going to do the engine, but that sounds like a plan to me, if that's okay with everybody. Okay, foresters can turn those into bots only. Gatherer flags, bots only. Gear workshops have already been bots only. Healer doesn't matter. That's going to go away. Inventors can stay. Lumberjacks. Come on down. Got one more? Two more. 3, 4, 5. I think these are all good to go, huh? Oh, water dumps we haven't enabled, so we'll turn those on. All right, so we should have now still 12 beaver workers. What are they doing? What are these 12 beavers doing? So there must be somewhere. Aha. Okay, there's one. District crossings. No, we did all those. Engine, still the one. That's fine. So what have we not... what have we not converted? So I'm pretty sure they're all set up correctly. Healer. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, so I've still only seen 2 things that are set for... the inventors. Okay. All right, that's okay. We now have enough science where that's not going to be a problem. All right, let's not get distracted here. Let's make sure we see this either become day 24 or day 1 of a new cycle. I do want to get all this scrap metal picked up, and then we can detonate all this. Okay, coming back over here. I think everything's already unlocked. There's nothing left here, so we can get rid of... Yeah, we can get rid of these inventors. And there's some more over here. So there's only 2 jobs left. One of those is the healer. One of them is... I already forgot. Well, that's annoying. Alright, back in we go. That was... oh, it was the engine. Alright, well that can be a bot too, that's fine. Alright, so the healer, now that there are no more injured beavers, can be yeeted, deleted. Alright, so now we no longer have any beavers working at all. It's all bots. We just have these 9 vacancies, 7 incapacitated bots, and 4 unemployed bots. So let's check here. 4 extras. We'll send those 4 over. And we're getting real close to the end, aren't we? Just come get these scrap metals. Come on. I guess I could just build another storage. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, scrap metal. Alright, so where was I here? Yep, may not have picked up the scrap because the storage is full. We're fixing that. Yeah, the embedded advertisements in the start menu in Windows 11 really pissed me off. At some point, I will probably put a pie hole or something on my network to just block all of them. Just because you don't need that. Need to plant trees. Yes, yes. Oh, I thought the game crashed. I was about to be so upset. All right, we need to plant trees. So oak trees, come on down. Let's plant all of this right here, right here. That's a-okay. Assuming this reaches all the way out, should... I think that's hydrated enough to grow a tree. We'll find out. All right. Day 25. Excellent. Okay, 21 scrap metal left. This is full, so what we really need to do is we really need to get some more scrap metal stored in here. I'm going to change this to be... actually, we probably shouldn't. I probably should just build extra scrap metal storage somewhere else. Now, we have over here... This is all scrap metal. Oh, I was going to put other platforms here to try and get all of this situated. That's something that we were going to fix over here. Okay, that needs to be a triple. No, that does not. It needs to be a double. How did I miss that? There we go. Okay, this is the one that needs to be a triple. All right, and then this will become more storage. This is all scrap metal, that's fine. I'll just put some of that stuff like that. Cool. All right, now let's catch up on chat again. Sorry, everybody. Trying to get to everything. Oh, reduce working hours. It doesn't matter what the working hours are. Nobody's working. So I guess we can just make it 0. No work. Beavers have exploited advancements to make the bots do all the work. Hopefully they don't do an uprising. That would be kind of a cool thing to implement into the game. It would be a bot uprising or a singularity or something. Although that probably would get annoying if that was like an always thing. More paper storage for books. We have storage for 700 paper. I think we're fine. I think we just need to actually make more books. Which we can replace these explosives factories, at least one of them, with a book factory. Book factory. Printing press, that's what it's called. Not a book factory. And turn this into... Oh, we haven't unlocked that for bots. Good. That's something we can fix. Okay, so this is a smelter. Okay, that's fine. Charging. We need more chargers. Well, we have these over here. They're probably okay. Did I not... Okay, no, that just hasn't been finished yet. Alright, now let's see. What else have I missed here? 69 medicine is very nice. Yeah, it's going to stay that way for probably forever, because we're not going to need it anymore. Okay. Oh, yeah, we defeated the map ages ago. We're just messing around. We're having a good time. Speaking of, let's see. Is this... No. 9 left. We'll just, I guess, keep an eye on this for right now. Why does the mangrove gatherers have nothing to do? Don't they have pass? They should. So this, oh, it's full. There's not storage. So let's just fix that real quick. Give them a mangrove fruit storage. Well-being is up to 44. Very good. Big concert hall in the middle of the pond. Invite the beavles to play. Now, how in the world am I going to build something like that? Yeah, RC never finished. He never finished the dam. That was so irritating. Although that is a better end of the series than the last one where he had the bot uprising thing. It just like stopped halfway through. 10 bots out of energy. Yeah, that's something we need to figure out. Is the recharging stuff now that there's so many more bots over here. Like we have, I think, technically enough chargers. We just don't have enough chargers. I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else I can really stick some, because we have, yeah, we have here. It's probably fine, honestly. And a lot of this, oh, this was going to become trees. Not that we really need the wood anymore. I think we don't have to worry about it. All right, this is ready. All right, let's see. Are we going to get a new cycle, or is it going to be day 27? Day 27. Well, yeah, the well-being's going to absolutely just go nutso in a second here. I'm not on top chat. I'm on live chat. I'm just slow. Yeah, the update did really mess him up on stuff, especially when the trains went away. I'm so excited to get back to mods. You have no idea. Like, vanilla's fun, but I really, really love the mods. Remove the path on the platform and then place dynamite in the scrap when we move to the platform. Yeah, I could. But I think for now we're probably fine. Alright, let's raise that up to we'll say 1.5, and then let's detonate this. Start in the middle. And go. Alright, so now we have unimpeded access for the water to go all the way outside of the map. I think this should still keep it high enough to not kill the trees. But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on this for a little bit. So this guy is saying there's nothing to do because we're not cutting these trees down. So I'll just pause that. And that too. Oh, he has nothing to do because we haven't marked these for cutting. We actually do need this to exist as cuttable. So I can unpause this guy. That's fine. I dislike how the top of the chat window says live chat when it's actually set to top chat. Mine's never done that. Mine's always actually said live chat versus top chat. So I don't know, maybe the client side's different. So it looks like water level is fine. We're up to 45. Let's actually check and see everything. So we need to build a tribute to ingenuity. We need to concentrate the beavers to actually live in the same spots. So we have only 11 empty beds. I've already paused all of this. So every housing over here is already taken care of. I think. I don't have anything else stopped here. No. So we have beavers living here. Oh, I need to unpause that. We have beavers living here, and then we have, what's this, 32 spots over in this spot. I think we can probably start getting rid of some of these breeding pods. We really don't need to have this many beavers. So we'll just slowly start getting rid of those. How many do we have extra here? Yeah, all right. So I'm just going to say a minimum of 200 here in District 1, and that should take care of everything. Still have 22 bots without jobs, so I guess we don't have enough jobs for the bots. How can we fix... Aha, yeah, we can just... Move all these guys back over. That's what we need to do. So I think we only have, yeah, we got some here that's already up at 8. That ought to keep us honest. And of course this will just struggle to fill everything for a little bit, but we'll be okay because we don't need all these building huts. Definitely do not need all of those. Yes, carousel. We already have 1. And so actually, we should have pretty good stats on that, and we do. Oh, we don't have a mud bath. Okay, all right, we need to do that. So that can go. Okay, this actually isn't a great spot for that. We have to have power for it. So how are we doing over here? This network is actually overproducing power, so what if gears-wise... Okay, so we are going to get a news cycle no matter what when this changes days, so let's make sure we don't forget about that. We need to put in mud baths. They have to be connected to power, which means they have to go over here-ish. But it's not very convenient location-wise for our beavers who are sleeping. So we got to figure out what we're doing with that. Alright, cycle 33, day 1. We've beaten the map. There's nothing else we need to do. So we can either go crazy, or we can try to get the well-being all the way up and then go crazy. It's up to you guys. I kind of want to see if we can max well-being and then just go bonkers on the rest of the map. So what we'll do, I think, is just do a regular rate increase, because there's no way we can't handle it. We're good. Just roll 7d6 and then max out stuff and then let loose with a giant torrent of water, flood the whole thing and call it a day. Does that sound good? Sounds like a good thing to me, at least. So let's go ahead and roll here. Let me get this thing back up. All right. 17, going up 1.7. Get that back, go to dev mode. We'll start here this time. Pause, thank you. All right, 1.7 gets us up to 33.9. Not 3.9, 33.9. All the way over here. And we should just have this one back here in the corner. Should be all good to go. And then, of course, we'll set our waterfall outflow to the same. All right, there we go. 33.9 all around. Off of dev mode. And unpause. I don't anticipate it being a problem at all with water flow. We should be fine. And yeah, there we go. So now it's going to be all about the well-being and figuring out how to take advantage of all that stuff. Hit save before the Great Flood. Oh, I will. No, flooding stuff is fun. Well, as long as it's not something that is, like, going to ruin a whole bunch of really hard work, because that's annoying. That's annoying to deal with. We can unpause those. I think our capacity for bots charging is actually fine. But we already have the carousel, so that's okay. Books are going to improve as they continue being made. Shrine and temple stuff is probably fine. They're actually getting us full points for campfire in the terrace, even though we have a couple that aren't. Food-wise, after everybody eats, it should be fine. So we really just have to focus on aesthetics and the monument and the mud baths. So shrubs and roofs, not everybody has. So the easy thing to do is just come into our intersections here. And then just basically every single intersection, or reasonably speaking, every intersection gets some sort of a decoration. Like we'll just say that all of these I'm putting in now will be shrubs. And then actually off to the side of each of those, we can put a couple for our roofing units. And that should be a pretty easy thing to fix here. Oh, I forgot to put any here. All right. So let's do a three-way thing here. There we go. Cool. So that should take care of most of our needs for the shrubs and the roofing for right now. Give them no water. Yeah, that is a button in dev mode. You can reset the water flow. Need more chargers up to 18 out of... Is it? 16. All right. So, yeah. Okay, we do. So we need to identify which ones are actually out of energy. All right, so the red ones are out of energy. Where are... No, I don't want to rename you. I want to find out where you are. Okay, so over here seems to be a place we have an opportunity to put some additional stuff in. I did say I was going to unplant the kohlrabi here, so let's at least get rid of those. I'm going to put in a staircase here. And then I believe I can put in charging stations. I can do one here on the end. I don't think I want to block stuff in, though, so maybe we'll just do... Okay, now I'm just blowing smoke. I can't make my brain think correctly. If I do that, should be okay. Put in 2 chargers here. Then this, let me just go ahead and get rid of these. Make that a 4-way. Then I can make that this, and then I can do another 4-way here, even though there's not 4 ways for that to go. Set that here. Get that everything connected. Should go. Yes. Blow this up. Please do not destroy anything. Thank you. High power shaft there, and that should get us pretty much everything else we want right there. Add another 6, 7 charging stations should be okay. Because there's a lot of bots working over here. Stuff over here we already have. Those 3 should be fine. They're not going to be that big of a problem. The one here is pretty much always in use, which makes me want to put another one in, but I don't have the real agency to do that over here unless I just block everything off, which I guess is fine. Got to go for 15, 20 minutes. Maybe I'll see you when I get back. We'll probably still be here. We're just trying to ride the well-being train here. Books continuing to go up. Shrubs and roofs seem to be solved. So we have to find somewhere to put the tribute to ingenuity. I think it's going to have to go over here. But it doesn't have a connection to power. So we could just cheap out and just put in an engine for it. But I think that's kind of cheaty a little bit. Still need mud baths. Yeah, we're going to get there. We'll be okay. Just got to figure out where I'm going to put that stuff. And also, what's the range of a tribute to... Oh, okay, that's going to be... That's not going to be that bad, actually. We could put this on... Oh, you want to be really dumb? We could put it at the end of the shower bridge. Put it on the tower on the lake? Okay, alright. Yeah, I see what's happening here. I think that's what we're going to do. But for it to reach all of the houses, it has to go... Actually, right here would be just about perfect to hit all of the houses over here. And then we could just shut these down, I think, once our beavers stop multiplying. So, I think what we're going to want to do is put it on the platform right here. It's going to be kind of annoying to build. But the power is very close. Very, very close. The problem is going to be actually getting the power over there. Lidos around the showers, that's not high enough. Or the Lidos are going to be too high. So that's going to be kind of the problem there. So now I kind of don't know how to solve that. But there are enough places kind of low down where we could just put Lidos if we really felt like it. Because we do have this that we built up, but that is too high. Metal platform. Yeah, we should put it on a metal platform. We do have all of that we haven't actually used. Oh, I clicked off of it. The small metal platform is the perfect size. Now, if this is underwater, this is actually going to be about perfect right here, but that is kind of low. But that would be the correct spot to get all of our houses in. So if we put the... Oh, actually, that's like that's perfect height. That does not look bad at all. So we'll let them build that. Oh, they can't get to it. Okay. All right, let's see. We got to get beavers over here. Bots over here. Let's see. I guess I could just build stairs. It's probably the easiest, most boring way to do it. Can they reach if I just run this way? They should, once I have the stairs in place. Down at the bottom looking up at the showers. Oh, so it's a creeper monument. All right. No, we'll have them looking away. But the inspiration will be right there. That actually looks kind of cool. That's such a cool design. I love that. They need to reach the stern. Stern of... Oh, the stem. I was about to say, what stern? This isn't a ship. Up to 46. I do wish we had partial building animations. But that is very close. And then, of course, we'll have... That's going to take a while to get all that stuff. Terraform the bottom up a bit. Well, it's too late now. Oh, you're talking about right here? Oh, yeah, we could do that. It's going to... It's going to be a whole process, I'm sure. But they can't get to this. We'll have to put some other stuff in there. All the beavers in a line. The bots. Because we haven't done, we actually haven't looked at the creepy chanting in a while. They should be free to go here whenever they want. There you are. It reminds me of that Dog of Wisdom video. That was a meme a long time ago. That is a good wisdom. Alright, we'll put this in here. Just connect that up. And that's going to take him 800 years to get the rest of that done. Look at all the beavers taking showers. That's a lot of showers. 20 unemployed bots, 7 bot vacancies. I think that's probably because we have extra bots over here. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. So they're just getting filled. That's where your 7 vacancies are coming from. We actually have extra bots. So let's, I guess we could just increase the minimum required for the memorial forest. Oh, I didn't have any bot minimum. All right, well, this needs to be at least 150, not 170. There we go. I don't think that really matters because we're basically done anyway. All right, so they're actually pretty close to being done. We just need to get all this terraforming complete, which means we need to prioritize the stairs. And I'm actually going to lower the priority on the tribute because it's not going to have any way of getting power yet. I just wish it wasn't quite so ugly to transfer power over. Oh, they finished it anyway. All right. That's fine. Well, it doesn't have any power yet, but at least it's done. So we should see our terraforming bots come down here, try to get to work. I think what we're going to do is build an additional staircase over here for them to get down the level they need to. And then actually come across this way. Oh, this isn't a water source. We can just terraform all of this, honestly. All the way up. I'll leave this space right here open, but I think that's fine. I wonder if we built this too low. I don't know. Oh, we have so many bots. Yeah, we could build more terraforming stations. That would be fine. We never really ended up doing much else with this, which is kind of a shame. But at the same time, what else are we going to be doing? Let's just do this. Build all three of these things. I don't think we're going to have enough treated planks, which is going to be kind of annoying, but we can make them, so that's fine. Sin's flooded away yet? Not quite. We're working on it. Right now we're going to try and get all this terraformed just so we can have done here. We don't have a lot of dirt, which this could take a while. But if we're actually using the dirt, this can pretty much run continuously, which will be fine. Hauling. How many haulers do we actually have? I think we just have that. I could just look. We just have the one in District 1, one hauling post. So if we actually have that many unemployed bots, we can build another one. That'll be fine. Where can I put this? I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just stick that there. Come on down. So if we can actually get this taken care of, I think... Now, if we want to be extra about it, we could just have this come around like so. And just go up that way. That's probably better like that. Alright, so that's now connected. That should make things a little bit easier. We just need to get power down from here over to our, our tribute to ingenuity. Now the question is, where do we want to stick the power shaft? What side do we want to go in? Do we want to go in... Oh, could I go in the back? That's actually probably the best idea. Would be the cleanest. It's not a water source. This is a anti-water source. These are the ones that are set to -1. Which actually we could just set to 0. And probably should. Maybe we'll do that later. Killing off super mutants, watching... Oh, playing Fallout 4. Fun game. I don't think I ever actually finished. But I did most of the main quest stuff. Alright, let's put this in the back side here. I think if I have this set to 1 high, like that, can I put... I can! Aha! There we go. We can still have our contemplation of the backside of the beaver statue. That's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Let's put this here, and then come around straight through here. I made a mistake. I made an error by building it right back through these showers. Okay. So here's the problem. Yeah, actually, this probably should be a shrine. You are correct. Let's do that. Shrine on the backside of a beaver. That's going to get comments for sure. I have the power routing through here, but it's blocked by all of these showers. So what we're going to have to do, if we want the power to actually go in the back way so it looks nice, I can't use 90 degrees to turn around because both sides are, oh, never mind. I'm just stupid. I can just add that and straighten the path out. All right. And here I was about to try and engineer some crazy, stupid solution to all this. All right, let's, oh, I can't see anything. I need to actually look at it this way. Look at it in the most stupid way possible. Okay, let's put this right here, and then this is going to have to turn that way, I think. There we go. Now we're outside the range of all of that. This is going to be... Oh, that's going to be ugly. That's going to be super ugly. So this needs to not go any higher than it currently is, which means... Well, actually, once this is all built, we don't need this path here anyway. So we can actually shift this over here and then just build this on a... Oh, I'm just being really stupid with this, aren't I? So I want this to be blown up one more level. I think I can still be fine if I get rid of that. So let's do that. I mean, at this point, we're just unapologetically wasting time. But we're having a good time. Gotta go to bed, and I look forward to watching the rest tomorrow. Thank you. Love the Timberborn Let's Plays. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Thanks for the gifted subs again. Really appreciate it. And, yeah, you can watch the rest of this tomorrow. It'll be here. I don't know how much longer it's going to be, but we are, I think, going to commit to finishing this tonight. And then see what else we want to get started next week. But yeah, thanks for being here. Have a good rest of your evening. So this is detonated, which means I can now put these stairs here. And now that this is all done, let's get platform finished, wooden stairs finished, and then we can just get rid of all of this. All right, that's in place, which means this is gone. Which means now we can just bring this all the way across. Turn the corner here. Make something needlessly complicated. And bingo. But now the fun part is going to be getting the getting this stuff in over here without rebuilding stuff. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun, we'll say, to do things this way. So I think I'm going to have to, without demolishing all of this stuff. We actually don't need this here. So we'll get rid of that. But unfortunately, it's still back underneath. We really that behind on the dirt production? I don't think we are. Is this populated? Okay, we need to take that up to 10. That should help. Why are you building down? Because I don't want to demolish and rebuild all of this, but I can still build underneath. It's just not always going to be the easiest, most direct path. Basically what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to build outside the back of this to go down. So probably should actually start out that way and not do things the complete most idiotic way possible. But it is fun to do just messing around, especially now that we have all of this other stuff pretty much figured out. So what's going to happen now is this is going to get a path coming this way once the terrain blocks are all in place, and then we'll just have this follow around. I think they can just build all of this. Shouldn't be a problem. Then this will just follow around that way. So what we need to do is we need to mark all of this to be done first. I don't think I can get underneath, can I? No. I can delete that path now. No, I can't because... where was it? Okay, this isn't built yet, so I still have to have this. So that's going to be fine. It's going to take them a while to finish this, so we can leave that alone and focus on some other improvements we can make here. Mud bath. Mud bath is going to be a big one. Of course, once power is actually here, then that will be a little bit easier. And since these paths are already in this spot, that should be okay as well. I think, based on how this is set up, I think we want to have mud baths as close to the housing as possible. I don't know if we can actually get them up here, though, is the problem. Go the other way go the other way under all the platforms instead of waiting on the terraforming. I can't, because I can't get past here, and I can't build elevated underneath existing platforms. I can only build on the ground, which is why it's going down. So that's otherwise would cause a lot of problems. So now I just got to figure out where I'm going to put all of those things. And I think I can sink the what do you call them? The mud baths down a little bit. So I know I just built this, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff and actually move it back one slot, because I can then put in a three-way split there and just have this go all the way back around. And then we can just build a second platform with a whole bunch of mud baths that can all connect up here. Straight shaft and high power shaft, 2 more 2-level platforms. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same stuff. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's where we are. I'm just wondering why this is so slow with the dirt. Because this is basically non-stop going. I think maybe it's just a transportation issue. Oh, this isn't connected between this at all. You got to go all the way around. I don't know. Is that a problem? No, I guess this is okay. No, you're going down. Well, I have to go down so I can get down to here. I'm talking about having something completely different up here that is not going to be connected to anything else. You have to remember that my brain does not work well enough to understand stuff that's not visual. It's just not wired that way. So this needs to go... Okay, this might end up being kind of a pain in the butt to build. But I thought I had a good idea. I can't go up over here. It still has to go underneath all this. Are you talking about connecting it to the what do you call them? I think that's what you're talking about. I don't know. My brain does not work with that stuff. Are you talking about going up here and coming out of the water into that spot? I think it would have to go up one more. So I think that's what you're asking, is if I can do this and then into the side of the oh, well, that's what I'm gonna do. That's the only way I know how to do it. The last stairs from the bottom. No, why would I do that? I can't get anywhere with this because the path's in the way. What if I do this here? I can put a whole bunch of these things and then have it connect directly to the side of the mud bath. Like this. So I was just going to have this go all the way across and then connect to the side over here. have it built already. I thought you said I wasn't doing it. Okay, I probably can't put this here unless I don't want the path to go anymore. It doesn't matter. We'll just put 4 here. That's fine. Actually, no, we can't do this one first. We're gonna have to create a crutch to go through all of that. And they still have not done all this terraforming. I guess it doesn't matter. I should have done the bottom ones first. So I'm not even gonna bother trying to terraform this. I'll just have this go all the way across. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's not going to let me do that because of the thing. Oh, that's a pain. See, I knew I was not completely stupid. It's not going to let me go across the water source. That's annoying. Okay, so what? And now this is just entering like actual foolishness territory. What if I just did that for no other reason than to just get around the problems with the everything, really? Yeah. Okay, now this is you have to admit that this is just ridiculously stupid at this point. There's no reason for this to be like this. So I'm going to actually have this connect underneath, and we'll use this for some other stuff, but it is going to end up being, no, not like that. I'll put these in like so. Let's see, if I do this turned around, then I can actually have that put in like this, but I have to have... This is why people should not let me do actual engineering. It would be a horrific disaster. I'd probably actually get somebody killed. But I can put the stairs here, and that's fine. Wow, this is hideous. Alright, those of you who are still watching stream, thanks for being here, and I'm sorry. This is some really just foolishness. This is what this is. But I'm glad you're here. And we'll have a fun time being stupid together. Alright, so are we still missing any shrine or temple stuff? I guess we could put a shrine here. That's probably okay. And then, why not just put a regular old beaver statue? This is architecture. The worst kind of architecture. It is truly reprehensible is what this is. This is the kind of stuff that RCE actually like actively rages over. I did another stupid. Alright, that's not going there. It can't go there because of how this is set up. Alright, let's make something super ugly. Lido's near the mud baths, yes. I was actually going to make a whole line of them here. We just have to get a staircase that's going to go down far enough. Oh, it's just the one level. Okay. That works. So that needs to go 2 and 2. And then I think that's probably the correct height for the rest of this. Stairs down. And then I think I want to have this just kind of connect up here. Need to have space for 2. Remember, I'm dumb and I need time to think, so don't write me off quite yet. I promise my brain is working its absolute hardest to just function correctly today. Now, I think I have this set up correctly here. Put this here. Yes, that's the perfect size. God, this is so ugly. Alright. If we put that here, that can go like so, and then in the corner, just because it's stupid, let's put a shrub there. look at this mess. Could you use a bridge over that water block to reach the final mud bath? I don't think it's worth it. We can just watch them make this colossal disaster mistake over here. What else? Okay, tribute to ingenuity, that's going to fix that once that's all built. Mud baths will fix all of that. Books. Let's go ahead. Turn this other explosives factory into a printing press. Double our book output. And I actually don't think we have storage for books, so let's give our books some places to go. We'll put in a warehouse here for books. And then over on this side, do I have a spot for books? I don't. Nowhere I can squeeze one in. Alright. Yeah, I'll just put another one over here, that's fine. They'll make time to go get books. It's not a mistake, it's a feature. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so this is quite possibly the ugliest thing I've ever made in my entire life. But it should get us most of the way to our maximum well-being once it's done. I believe that will fix everything. We just have to wait. Make a library. Well, I don't know. I don't think I can make a library. I just have these little things for books. But I guess we could put like a nice little roof on it or something. That should be fine. I was going to go ahead and close these barracks down. So let's see if I can get rid of any of these breeding pods. Got a couple that are about done. So I guess we'll keep watch on those. All that grass could be small storage for books. What grass? All this stuff? I think the amount of books we have now is probably okay, honestly. Once they actually get this built. Metal blocks. Oh, we are low on metal blocks. That's why. That's what our problem is. We have 3 of these over here. Do we have more than 3? Do I have another one somewhere else? Or is it only in this section? I actually don't have a smelter over here. Well, that's surprising. I have a coffee. Oh, I guess we could put some more over here. Make these into little book storages. I think it's going to be a while before we're actually making enough books for that to be a problem. So I believe we have so many bots. I think we can probably cool it on the bot production. I'm going to pause 2 of those so we don't need to use as much metal. We have plenty of extra bots right now. So now we just wait. And look at them. They're using their Lidos. They got their weird little pink shrubs. So we should see a pretty big boost in our well-being once every beaver gets serviced down here. Now, the unfortunate part about these mud baths is they need the treated planks that we now don't have enough of because we've been trying to do all this other stuff. Do we really only have the one wood workshop? Seriously? Okay, we gotta fix that. We need another one. What did I put down here? Oh, yeah, mud baths. Duh. Where can I put something? We have so much extra power, too. Do I have another explosives factory I can get rid of? I don't think so. Okay, right here, these two oil presses can go away. Those can become a wood workshop. Let's do that. Build that immediately. Well, okay, now all of this is without power. Of course, that's how that would... Oh, there's our we don't need this. We don't need 2 more of these. Come get your treated planks. Finish your other stuff. Don't have to delete the breeding pods. Could pause them. Yeah, that's true. But we also don't need this many beavers in the first place. I was already planning on getting rid of some of them. So I think these... I'll just get rid of these 3, and then we'll say that's enough, because then we'll still have 5. That max well-being, that should be plenty. He did make it back. Welcome. We are just now waiting for everything to get built, and then I'm pretty sure we'll be all done. All right, so that's... Oh, that one wasn't finished yet. Oops. Sorry, little beaver buddy. So I don't know how much you would have missed, but we architected the crap out of this and made something really ugly, but also technically still serviceable. So I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, then go swimming in the shadow of the great Colossus. This one's almost done. Put barracks where the terraforming stations were going to be so you can close the ones on the... Okay, that's probably a smart thing to do, honestly. And done. So if I put that in here, it's still going to be... Wow! In range. But it's not going to be in range of this, so I have to have another... I have to have another set of these, but that can just go on top of those. That's alright. Alright, large barracks. Right here, and some stairs up the side. And then right here in the corner, another path, and then we'll put in Monumento. Put 2. One right here, one right here. And then I guess around the outside, we can put in a roof there and a roof there, and then we'll fill the rest in later. But that should, once these are finished, allow us to close these over here or get rid of them entirely. Wow. While they're sleeping. I won't delete it while they're sleeping. Uh-oh, now we're out of wood. Oh, no. Oh, we've created so many problems for ourselves that aren't even necessary. Oh, this is flooding again? Okay, that's kind of a pain. That's really a pain. Now how am I gonna get How am I gonna get all of this taken care of? I guess I could just blow all this up. Might fix it. Alright, so that's done. Good. That means I can get rid of one of these. Cough mangrove trees for cutting. I mean, I guess we don't really need to cut them though. We're not like permanently dead out of wood. We just have to cut more trees that are already ready to cut. Another thing we need to do is make more charging here. So that was one other thing I was going to try to get done. Let's put this here. And then have all of this... Oh, I can't actually do that because of the, what do you call it? Yeah, scientific term right there. The what do you call it? Okay, let's put this here. Then we'll make this the bridge. That's what you guys were saying to just do there, so that's fine. It's not like that's going to be that big of a deal. But if we do this, then we can actually put a bunch of chargers here. I can either do this, or I can have another thing coming this way. No, I don't need the fruits like that. Well, what I need is I need more storage for the fruits. That's something we figured out here. Soybeans. Probably could just make another medium warehouse and call it a day. Just for the fruits. I think that's why they haven't been harvesting them, is they just don't have anywhere for them to go. So if that's the case... Oh, they've actually kind of spread a lot over here. So I'll tell you what. Just because you asked nicely, we'll cut all these trees. And that'll be that. So the gatherer flag can become a lumberjack flag. And he'll cut all these mangrove trees down. Get us, I don't know, 100 wood, maybe. That's fine. These weren't really being harvested that much in the first place. But now we have such a huge wood debt that we have to get past. Especially building all this garbage. Let's pause the labor monument. I don't need that quite yet. But now we have enough extra space and get rid of this, and I can also get rid of that. What is all this? Food stuff? Okay, that's fine. Now we're up to 47. Making good progress there. Nice to see that. And we're just waiting. And waiting. And waiting. The additional treated planks hopefully are helping. Now the problem is, we're just... Get out of there. Just out of wood in general. Alright, you, get out of here. Let's get that bot in here cutting. Now, how are we looking on everything? All this top stuff still good? Yeah. Alright, Lito's fully satisfied. That's what we'd like to see. Carousel. Carousel, carousel, carousel. Do I have room up here to put a carousel? And is that even a good idea? Missing corner power near the mud baths? No, because the mud baths themselves are going to be doing power, and we hadn't decided... Come on, let me get out of here. Oh, you're absolutely right. I thought we were good. I think they can still put that in. I gotta figure out a way to put a carousel over here. Which I guess we could just build a platform and have it connect to something else. So we do have this three-way down here. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? I committed a crime. I did not allow this the space it needed to get across here. Now, I gotta think. Gotta think about how this is going to work. Because this is a pretty big thing, right? I have to have access for the beavers. So it probably is going to have to go maybe right about here, the way this is currently set up. Or I could turn it, but I don't want them going that way. So really, it probably should go up here, but it has no way to get power if it's up there. Which means it should go here, but then I can't put it there, because then it would be in the way. Why did I do this to myself? That's the real question. What if I have this going this way, so it can just be attached to the end of this, then it all has to be on a platform. But that wouldn't be a terrible spot for it, so why don't we just do... why don't we just do that? Let's see if that ends up working out. Okay. So if I have that... I know this is a bunch of wood we don't have and won't have. But that would be the most convenient way for them to get into it. And then all I have to do... Why not by the mud baths? It is by the... well, over here there's not enough space. There's also mud baths right here. All I need to do now, well, is wait on a whole bunch of wood to get cut down, or we harvest things we no longer need to get the components, but we can just have this come out this way. And once everything is actually built up underneath, we don't need these stairs here, because they can get down on the other side, I think. Yes. Or we just end up doing this the other way. I don't know. I kind of made a disaster mess here. Terraform would change water flow. Yes, it would. I also don't have a lot of dirt. I have 136 dirt, which is only enough for 15, 20 blocks. Because it's 6 per block, I'm pretty sure. So let's go hunting for stuff we can destroy. Food-wise, fermented mushrooms, soybeans, cassavas. We don't need. We can just export all that stuff. We don't need any of these actually. This entire channel we can probably get rid of. So why don't we do that? We're already making tons of food. Except some of this is powering this area here. But it is all connected, so I guess it doesn't matter. Yeah, if we get rid of all these water wheels, we can just terraform this land back and we can plant more trees, even though we don't need to. So let's just do that. They can just come pick up the scraps. And that ought to get us pretty close to where we need to be. That can be gone. Okay, so if that's the case, then this doesn't need to be here either. And that could just be a path. Just drag this all the way down. Fill it in. And that's gonna be that. It also gives our bots something to do. And then the real fun part is what happens to all the water that's over here. Well, we'll just lower all this down. Those guys will be fine just like that. I don't know what we can say the reason for these being down like that, but that's fine. Excuse me, had to sneeze, did not feel like blasting your eardrums out with that, but now that's all good to go. They're already filling that in. Very nice. Area's about to dry out. Oh yeah. Okay, so that was a bit short-sighted. However, consider that we don't need this to be here. This was for when we had beavers in this district, so it's actually not the worst thing ever. So I'm going to unplant. I was going to get rid of all this farming stuff anyway, but let's just unplant it, see what they can harvest. And I guess that's actually, we don't need any of this because everything's full anyway. Yeah, so this was, believe it or not, unintentional. But we also didn't need any of this, so I don't think we can even store it into this anywhere. So, looks like this is all going to be okay. Let's turn this all into forest land. Plus it gives us wood that we actually need. And instead what we can do, find a spot that probably would work fine to be a water dump. Well, actually, this should probably be terraformed again as well, not just a levee. Let me get in here with this. North of 300 and rising. 300 what? Oh, wood. Okay. I was about to say, what are you talking about? Oh, we're all good here. So what I can do now is I can actually get rid of all of these paths because this district doesn't need to come over here anymore. And I can get rid of these paths and I can just have this whole thing be its own deal. So give me the dump there, and then I think I think I should be okay putting one maybe right here. Make sure I set these to bots. Now, the thing I'm more interested in is if this is ever going to get finished here. We're waiting on treated planks. We have the planks. Okay, so this is built. It just can't be used yet. That's what I was waiting to go underneath here. I think we're probably... You know what? I'm just going to make this a path here. And, yeah, just be finished with this. And instead, put that here, get rid of this, get rid of this, and instead put in this like so. I think we should be able to get most of the power through here. Yep, cool. That should pretty much all be accessible, I think. If not, we'll figure it out when it comes down to it. But now we've rerouted all of that stuff, so we don't have to worry about nonsense. See, my laptop has stopped sending chat messages. Yeah, you haven't said anything in almost 20 minutes since you said you made it back. I wonder why it does that. Day 23. So let's see what's actually accessible. I think all of this is actually accessible, so that's good. Once that gets power, that'll be even better. All right, so that's irrigated, and this is all fully irrigated now because I still have the trough here. But once everything else is put in place, it should be okay, that's not going to be accessible, is it? Okay, it doesn't seem to think it's not going to be. Platform on top of that new power one will make it easier to be built. Yes. And also, I think I wanted to do that anyway. To put other... oh, no, it's already built. So we're good. This is really hideous, though. Like, truly, it is abominable. It's really ugly. The bots are taking their sweet time with the dirt, definitely. So, we don't need this to be here, although I think we are going to want to keep the charging stations. So this probably doesn't need to have the district crossing here, but I guess we can leave it. There's no real reason to get rid of it. 48. Well-being, that's looking good. I guess what we can do now is we can just build this all the way around the corner, because why not? Why not? I think this should be okay. I guess we just demolish all that. And then one more up here we can terraform. All of this. This actually doesn't have to be connected, does it? Might look terrible, but it doesn't say it doesn't work. Can't say it doesn't work. Yep. That is kind of my MO when it comes to stuff like this. If I don't take my time and like really just invest a lot of energy into narrowly focusing on stuff, I can't really make something that looks cool. It's going to work. It's not going to be the most aesthetically pleasing thing. So I just need treated planks. Sure are taking their sweet time making those. So if we prioritize that, both of these by haulers, that should help a little bit. We have enough empty employment slots with the bots. I think we can just keep making a bunch of hauling posts. There we go. That should help. All right, so this is still all wet. Why is that not? Okay. I'm going to put in one more of these. Then I think we can get rid of all of the rest of this pathing and stuff here. Because this was all going to be this district. We don't need this anymore over here. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, just get rid of all this. And now this can all be connected here. Ah! I missed it. I missed the cycle change. Should prioritize ground blocks around the water dump so the water doesn't just run out. I'm not worried about the water running out. We have tons of it stored up. But since I missed the cycle change, you know what that means? It means penalty. Penalty time. So just because we can, let's do another 10 D2s. Or D2s. 10 D6s. Alright, let's pull this up here. Set this to be 10 dice again. Alright, I'll put this up. Alright, this is going to be the last one, because we're almost certainly, as soon as everything's done, just going to get to 60 and then say, alright, let's blow this thing up. But let's go ahead and roll this. 25, so we're going up 2.5. So, come on over here. 2.5 is going to turn these guys into 36.4, I think. Yeah, 36.4. And if not, well, that's what it is now anyway. Don't care. It is too late at night for my brain to do math. $10 D2s would be funny. Yeah, that would be like not even anything. What, a maximum of 20? Well, 10 D2s is just flipping 10 coins. That's all it is. And we have to blow that up too. Let's not forget. All right. 36.4. And then for added fun, why don't we just set these to 0 instead of -1? Just make things a little bit more interesting. There we go. We have the 3 over here that are now kind of buried. I really don't think this is going to make much of a difference, but that is a fun little extra penalty to add. All right, we'll run a poll when we actually flood the map. We'll run a poll and see which one you guys want to actually do. But let's take care of that. Oh, did we set the waterfall outflow? Yes, we did. Okay. All right, all done. As expected, oh, it's starting to get a little bit of a bump there. Oh, we're flooding again. We're flooding again. All right, okay. So this hasn't flooded, but this has. Let's blow this up. I think that should... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now all this is flooding. All right, That's too many decimal places. Okay, we gotta blow this up. So, here's what we're gonna do. Let's just get rid of all of this completely. And then we'll just put some stairs in here. And just blow all of this up. We have the technology. Completely forgot about the drain blocks. Yeah, so, I mean, they weren't doing anything at -1 anyway, since we're up in the 30s in the source blocks. But yeah, this is this is just ridiculous. At least this isn't overflowing. That would have been annoying. Is this too low? Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. But we increased the flow, so how has the water level gone down? That's sus. Next challenge idea, roll 10d6 each cycle, and that sets the absolute water rate instead of adding. Makes the droughts harder where there's little water. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Kind of like that. Although that would be very hard to manage early game. That would be very difficult because you could have a maximum of 60 water flow or a minimum of 10 when most maps have a total of the entire map of like, I don't know, 5. We need to increase our wall height here, which is it's gonna suck. Or we can just decide we don't care and just leave it alone. Well, this whole area is done at least. So I want to know what is holding. Okay, the mud baths still don't work at all, nor does it tribute to ingenuity, but everything else, books even are almost all the way up. It seems to be pretty much golden. Increasing the waterfall flow would probably also increase the rate at which the water falls off the map, so if exit points outnumber sources, could see the water level going down. Okay, that's a fair point. What's that map that has, is it 1,000? I don't think it's called 1,000 Islands, but it's got a bunch of different islands. Oh, was that Beaver Rome? That's what they called that one. I haven't played that one yet. It sounds like it's going to be an interesting challenge. Okay, so this is actually looking pretty good. Let's go ahead. That's already connected. Yeah, let's get rid of this. I want to have this set up. What was the difference in distance we had set between these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, we're not going to go that far up. Okay, that's actually not a bad spot. So if we did that, we could have this set up here. And then I guess if we really wanted to just, you know, do something that makes sense, we'll just have this all turn into land. Give our dudes something to do. Okay, that's done. And I guess we could just have this set here. There's no reason not to. And we'll get rid of all of this. And then we got to put in, because we, not the lumber mill, forester, because we said we would plant some trees. Ooh, that's almost perfect spot right here. Almost. That is unfortunate. What if I did one on this side? Okay, we can put one there. That fits here. How far does that go out? Okay, right there. Then we can put another one right here, and that should get us pretty much where we want to go. Let's just make all these oaks, because why not? It's unlikely we'll ever actually harvest any of these, but just because we can, let's do that. I actually don't know. But I know there's one map that has a bunch of islands or a bunch of routes for water to take that leave the map and very few sources. Crow's idea of having a different rate of flow for every temperate cycle might make things a bit more challenging or a bit less challenging depending on luck. Yeah, that was my thought. I think it's a really cool idea. I actually would like to try that. I just don't know logistically. I'd have to mess with it off camera before committing to actually doing a series on it. Just to make sure it wouldn't be an instant dud. Because nobody likes that. Nobody wants to watch a series that stops after 2 episodes. It's just one of those things that's going to take some trial and error. So I think we're literally just waiting on them to finish building this mud bath. But look at that, right up to 55. 56. Waiting on everyone to use the mud baths, and then, yeah, we're done, pretty much. Just got to get everybody to eat. Plasma sniper rifle is really nice on Fallout. Yeah, the gun mods in that game are insane. You can do some really, really funny stuff with those. All right, up to 57. We should rock it up to 60 now at this point. There are some maps that have floods. One of those might be interesting to do the variables. 58. Yeah, the morale is really, really immediately skyrocketed as soon as, wow, got finished. All right, let's unpause that guy. We have enough wood to do it now. I do really like the idea of doing a small map challenge. I think that might be the one that wins out, but I will poll you guys this upcoming week to find out what everybody wants. I already asked the beard boosters, and most of them agreed that the small map would be fun. Well, the beard boosters before today's stream, because we have so many new ones now. It's always so much fun to see people join all that stuff. All right, one more point left. So what's lacking on this? Campfires. Campfires and mud baths and books. Okay. Is there anywhere we can put a campfire? Oh, yeah, actually. Medical bed, no, we don't need anymore because nobody can get injured. Medicine, nobody needs anymore because we live in a utopia with no injuries or factory jobs for beavers, apparently. But campfire there should get everybody pretty much what they need to do. And I imagine we'll see 60 very, very shortly once everybody gets books. Yeah, actually, every single number except fermented cassava and books is at the max. And we have plenty of fermented cassava, so I think it's just beavers not getting everything that they want to get when they want to get it. So now I am very, very curious. First of all, where do I even have fermented cassava stored? Let's check. Okay. Right here, 28. Max source strength is completely variable. By default, it's 8. 8 per block. But you can change it every time you reload the game. You do have to reset that. So cassava actually seems like we don't have enough growing to actually keep up with the fermented stuff. Even though we do have 1,400, but we don't have any raw. So I don't know what the deal is with that, because we have it right next to where most of the beavers live. I guess they're just not all consuming it, or it could be the young ones aren't taking advantage of everything, because everything, actually all the food now is taken care of. The only stuff we're missing... Oh, it's literally just books. Okay. Well, we have our libraries right here. Let's make another, what do you call it, a book thing. Okay, I can't put that there. Metal-wise, tell you what, I'm just going to get rid of that. Oh, no, now none of that's getting power. Okay, of course. That's how this always tends to work, isn't it? Printing press. Do your thing. Yeah, build this super fast, like I know you can. I counted as 60 since your decimal's off. Okay, but I still want to say 60. You know? It's a personal pride thing. Alright, so while they're doing that... Okay, they're almost, actually, almost there. We need to mark all of these for cutting. Nothing to do in range. Yeah, I know. Oh, we didn't set that to be a bot job. There we go. We just have a couple more terraforming piles to take care of. Look at the building get thrown up. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, you must be behind this thing going up fast. All right, so in theory, once this catches up a little bit, we should be all good to go. Yeah, it's really nice when you have a whole bunch of bots to just do everything for you, huh? Wow, we actually have exactly enough bots. That's rare. Look at this. Look at us go. We are really, really making progress. Okay, so all of this is now going to become oak trees. And we need to have cutter downers. I think I'm probably just put a couple down here. I might actually post this map for you guys to download if you want to play with it. It'll be linked to the Discord. But, or just upload it to Discord because you can host files. This has been really fun. I know we're not technically to 60 yet, but we're going to get there. And then I'll make a save and then we'll flood it and then we'll call it a night because it's after 1 in the morning here. But yeah, this is good fun. Appreciate you guys sticking around for all this. Wonder if having some beavers employed is part of the issue. We don't have any employed. The jobs that were set for beavers over here, there's no beavers in this district, so it wouldn't have mattered. I don't think. Or shouldn't have mattered. Alright, so that's connected now, which means... What is all this? Okay, that's all the wreckage from before. Okay, give me the path. I don't want the rubble, I want the path underneath it. There we go. Alright, so that's taken care of. Let's plant a couple more oaks. And mark those for cutting. Alright, so that is, that's that. They just have to plant all this stuff, and, of course, they're never going to need it. But, if anyone ever plays the map, they'll have some extra wood growing over here. And they're still not at 60. Come on. Come on with the books. I know we have books. They're just not all stored in the best spot. Theoretically, beavers can just go to this printing press and get it. They don't have to have it stored anywhere else. So I don't really know what's up with that. But let's see. Let's put in some other just really stupid nonsense over here on top of these buildings. Like beaver statues going nowhere. Now it's 58. Why has it gone down? Oh, carousel and the temple. Oh, that's something we could have built over here is a temple. Because we have one there. Is that the only one we have? Just the one temple? Okay, well that's not gonna do. I'll tell you what we don't need is we don't need all this berries. Let's 5x5 spot right here. Get rid of that. Because we just delete these, it doesn't matter. So come take that away and we'll put in a temple. Why can I never find that thing? Here it is. And go. Build that thing. Oh, look at them go. They're all just streaming in from the side to put stuff in there. Alright, just need the planks, and it's done. Well, almost. This guy just chilling here. Oh, come on. Seriously? You're waiting on 6 planks? I know we're not down 6 planks. There's plenty of this stuff just piled on the ground. Oh, it's dandelions and medicine. Okay, well that's fine. Alright. So that's done. They can visit that if they so choose. This number should go up. Unless it is actually the little babies that aren't getting all the food. That might actually be what it is. Oh, these are all at 1.9? Sheesh. Alright. Well, at some point this will get up to 60. We just have to make sure there's plenty of stuff available. Other than that, though, this is, as far as I'm concerned, we're done. There's not really anything else we could do. Except detonate. What do you mean that's too far from a district? Oh, okay. Alright, that's fair. That actually is kind of too far. That should unflood all of this. Well, maybe. We do still have water going through here. So I don't know why this is still... Okay, well now this is just weird voodoo stuff. Look, it's going up. Why? That's just weird, man. So I think it just has to catch up with whatever weird flow stuff is going on. All right, so that's done. That's done. Maybe beavers won't eat a specific food until the buff is fully worn off, resulting in there always being 1 or 2 beavers who aren't maxed in everything. That's possible. I don't know enough about how the game's coded to 100% say if that's true or false, but I like that theory. Could be what's going on. Coffee and books work that way. Only way I've seen 60 is destroying all the breeding pods. Let them all become adults. Alrighty. Well, guess what? That's what we're going to do. And these 5 children, I guess technically in beaver terms they would be called kits, I believe. Alright, what's wrong with... Oh, that's a bot. Alright. Oh, these guys, not all of them are... Oh, yeah, yeah. 41, 41, 38, 50, 38. These are all 60. That's what our problem is. Oh, yeah, I could have just paused them. Oh, well. So, we'll get this up to 60, and then I will put them back down before I officially end this thing, in case anyone wants to keep playing with it. Yeah, now we just have to wait for these guys to grow up. They should hopefully grow up relatively fast. Yeah, let's talk about how we're going to destroy the map after we're fully accomplished with our 60. We need to decide on a number to set these water flow things to. So I am all ears if you have suggestions on that regard. I do like the idea of just cranking all the source blocks up way high, but we need a specific number to set them to. Pausing would have worked too? Yeah, it would have. Oh, well. Oh, all right, so we have... All right, I'm just going to make a poll. Hold on. One sec. It's going to... It's going to make me lose game audio here, but let's do... Start a poll. All right, so I see a request for 420. I see a request for 420.69. Wow, we're real mature, aren't we? We had requests for 69, 420 earlier, so we'll just go... God. You know, my parents watch these. They're going to ask me, hey, what does that mean? And then I'm going to have to explain to them what all you jokers are saying in my comment section. All right. A 10 D10 roll for every source? That's just chaotic enough to work. I'll add that as an option. All right. So there's your poll. We'll keep this going until we have 60 well-being overall. God. Set the formerly negative ones to something. Oh, that's an idea. We haven't even tried messing with the former negative ones. That could be really fun, actually, to put the ones in the middle of the map at like some crazy high number. Well, it seems that 69.420 is the dominant option right now. So once all of our babies are grown up, then I think we'll be all finished, all good to go. And these, the 4 that are left are all at about 50-ish%. And yeah, that'll be A-okay. Make the negative ones match the other blocks in strength. Yeah, we can do that. See how long it takes to just get absolutely nutso in here. So in the meantime, let's just take a look around at all this chaos that we made here. So this Lido is actually still not high enough, which is hilarious considering how much water we have come at. Look, we blasted all of this space out completely. That was obnoxious. That was a ridiculous amount of effort to do that. Because I think the original outflow was maybe right here-ish. In this general spot, it was only, I think, 2 blocks wide. And it was, the lowest point of it was, I think, where this platform was. This is a fantastic map, and it's not a stock map. Somebody made it. I don't know if it was made for RCE or if it was already existed and he just found it. But this has been a very, very fun series. It's been extremely enjoyable, especially doing it almost entirely live streamed. I think has been a lot of fun. There is something to be said about just having the regular episodes where I just play the game and narrate it, but it's really fun interacting with chat. And these have got a lot of views too. I think at one point one of them had like 70-something people in there, which is awesome. End it with spontaneous irrigation, raise the floodgates. Interesting idea. What would happen if we turned all the waterfall speeds back to 8? The map would probably dry up really fast because we have a 50-wide exit lane here. I've enjoyed every stream. Well, I've enjoyed having you here. It's really fun. That's something that I missed when I guess, I haven't quit Twitch, technically, but I haven't streamed on there since last year. Because YouTube is just so much better in terms of actual, like, the business of streaming. I mean, I don't really like to think of this as a business, because I do this because it's fun, and it just happens to also make me some money. But it is a lot better for streamers on YouTube in terms of actually like making money. But I think Twitch is a better streaming environment in general, just for like how the chat interfaces with stuff and the extensions and everything. So I don't know, maybe if YouTube gets their stuff together and starts integrating like the alerts, it would be really fun to have alerts. That's one thing I really miss about Twitch, is people just coming into chat and spamming the dumb sound effects that you have set up on the whatever external website you forgot about like a year later. And you're just like, what is that sound? Oh, that's right. I had the sound alert set to make this sound when somebody... Anyway, whatever. It's just a fun time. But this has also been nice. Having it directly connected to YouTube and having that built-in audience has been very good. Do streams get YouTube Premium money? Yes. The VODs count as a regular video. So anything you watch YouTube Premium, whether it's a video or a stream VOD or... Well, I haven't uploaded music on here, but if you have... that play through YouTube Music, which is included with Premium, then I believe you get paid for that the same as well. And that is all. I don't know what the revenue split is on YouTube Premium, but everything else, ad revenue, basic ad revenue is 50-50, and the super chats, the memberships and everything are 70-30 in the favor of the content creator. Whereas everything on Twitch is baseline 50-50, period, point blank. They take half of the memberships, half of the bits, and if you donate through Twitch, they take a percentage of that, which is why a lot of people have the external stuff on there. But it's very, very advantageous for like the business of content creation on YouTube compared to almost anywhere else. But YouTube Premium money, it won't tell me like how much relative to what people pay, but I think the payout per YouTube Premium subscriber is, I don't know, like an entire order of magnitude higher than just like somebody watching with ads. Set all sources to 999 at the same time. Wash them sins away. We're gonna see what happens. Enjoy reading the enjoy the live streams and reading all the fun chat comments. Yeah, that's the most fun part about this. Is even when you guys are memeing or trying to get me to say innuendos on stream, it's still a lot of fun to just interact live with stuff. We still don't have 60 well-being. Come on, man. We got stuff to do. we want to flood this thing. All right, where's my little beaver babies? Little baby man. Oh, are we not? They all grew up? Okay, so this guy has 54. He must be a new... Oh yeah, he's 4. So he doesn't have coffee yet. He's got to get his coffee, and then I think he'll be good. Coffee and books. So he's sleeping, but I think we are pretty much there. The great frog demands you fill his bowl. Well, the great frog should understand that the little exit gates can only go up to 3. So that's the fullest it's going to be. But I think if the source blocks are sufficiently cranked high enough, then we should be in a good spot to get more water in. Just need to give them a day. Yeah, we should see 60 here pretty quick. Devilish Fun, thanks very much for the 99. Appreciate it, friend. These are always just so much fun, just chilling. My understanding is a person with YouTube Premium gives $12 a month to creators, divided according to percentage of that subscriber's watch time that a channel gets. Yeah, I know it's divided based on watch time. I just don't know if YouTube takes all of the $12 and gives it to creators, or if they take part of it to pay for platform upkeep. There's 60. All right, I'm going to get a screenshot of that so I can, I guess, just have that. I don't really need to put it in the thumbnail. All right, so we're at 60. And the results of the poll, clicking out here, wow, with an overwhelming 54% of the vote, 69.420 is the amount we're going to set all these to. Oh, you guys. All right, so let's we'll just keep this running all the time here. All right, so before stuff gets crazy, I'm just going to hit save and just pretend like that's actually what that's supposed to be. And then that's the one that I'll branch off and give it to you guys. Oh, I lied. I was going to put the breeding pods back in. We had 5 of them, so I will just, I'll have those get built, and then I'll pause them, and I'll save again, and then we'll do all that other stuff. So yes, this has been such a fun journey with all you guys on all these different live streams. Very, very fun. I think we're going to do a lot more of this kind of stuff moving forward. Although I'm not going to go entirely to live streams for Timberborn stuff, because I think it's still very important to have the actual regular videos. But I think at least one live stream series going on at a time is going to be a good metric to go by. Let them hit at the same time. Yeah, we're going to do that. I just have to get these breeding pods all finished, so when I send this map out to be messed with, people don't get completely screwed when they don't realize that there's actually no breeding pods. So those are all done. Let's set all these to... This is so dumb. Set these all to 69.420. All right. Now it is going to take that last 0 off, so you just have to trust me that it's there. Yes, we're going to do the negative ones too. Don't worry. This is going to be ridiculous. It is really fun at the end of something like this to just completely destroy everything. I fully expect either my computer to crash or for something to just become completely unusable. Hopefully it doesn't before we have our fill of fun here. All right, so that's all the ones up top. Now where's the, here we go. Yeah, this is going to be ridiculous. It's just the absolute worst. But in the best possible way. Alright, come on down here. What's going to be really fun is when the water's blasting up through the bottom of that that metal platform there. Okay. Oh, you know what we didn't do is we didn't change the waterfall outflow. Alright, so let's get this back here. Alright. Oh, empty the water from the map before unpause. Yes, let's do that. Development console. Is it reset moisture or is it water simulation reset simulation? Let's do that. Outflow to 8. Oh, we'll do that in a second. We can do multiple things at one time. So I've reset. I'm going to hit this again. Reset simulation on the water. That should restart everything. And I just have to make sure this is still set correctly, and it is. Oh, it's nighttime. All right, so here's what we'll do is we'll, since we already beat the thing, where's the jump to next season? There we go. So now it's daytime. All right, let's see. What are you guys saying in chat? The beavers accomplished the mission set forth upon them by the great frog. Oh, it's supposed to say have. I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to write some sort of like Old English poem. Beavers have accomplished the mission set forth upon them by the great frog. They've irrigated the world and restored life and water. Yes, they have. They've done a very good job. Wet fur bonus incoming. Yeah, you're right. Now, as they have prepared the land for the frog spawn and the descent of the great frog, the beavers move on to new lands to once again restore life. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn off the HUD. And we can just sit here and, actually, hold on. Turn off fog, free camera mode. We'll zoom out a little bit after I turn that back on. Reset water simulation. And go. Look at that. Look how ridiculous this is. I wonder how long it's going to take. Oh, you know what we didn't do? You know what we didn't do? We didn't raise... Uh-oh. We didn't raise this up all the way. Hold on. There we go. That is a lot of water. Look at this mess. All right. I think that's as full as it's going to get because it is flowing over the top of the floodgates down here. But look at this nonsense. Look how ridiculous this is. All right, you want to see water view? This is all just completely submerged. That's just the top of this is set here. But what's funny is it never reaches up past here. How about that? That is something else. Still rising, is it? Oh my God. You're right. It's hard to see with the water view turned off. Look how ridiculous this is, man. That is absurd. Live streams are great for me because I'm way less annoying when I point out one thing every 5 minutes over the course of an hour rather than point out 12 things all at once at the end of an hour. And I like reading anyway. The great frog is descending and causing the water to overflow the bowl. Yes, indeed. This is just completely absurd. I think it has started to go down a little bit. These guys are still... Oh, he was racing. He was going real fast. All right, so that's what that looks like. I guess we can wait for the sun to come back up. I'll get a screenshot of this, just so we can have that filed away. Let's see if I can get a good angle on this at all. All right. So I'll pull that once it gets to about noon, and then I think we will we'll reset and try that other thing you guys were talking about. All right, grab that. Look at all these things that are broken. All right, let's reset water simulation. And then we'll go around to all of our source blocks. What was the other thing you guys wanted? Just set it to like regular, which I think we can just fix by setting to 8. Oh, apparently not. Lower the gates and raise fast. Oh, too late for that now. Okay, when you say turn on water view, I need you to be specific about what that means. Look how tall that one got. That is just hilarious. Oh, here's an idea. Here's an idea. Okay, where is let's waterfall outflow. Let's just set that back to 1 and see what happens. Should just be Geyser City if I have that correct. Look at that. There you go. You wanted your geysers back. You got two of them, and you got a third one in the corner here. This is so stupid. Look at this. It's like a like a lipstick tube somebody's putting up or whatever. Okay. So you want you want these all set to 420. All right. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let's set that to 999. Let's just let's see what kind of nonsense happens here. So I'm going to set these all to 420, and then we're going to go around, make sure they're all water spouted up, and then I think we'll turn the waterfall outflow all the way up once everything is good to go. This is completely ridiculous. Okay, there we go. That's what's happening over there. Alright, got two more here, and then we have to do the ones in the middle. And I think we're going to have to reset the simulation to fully appreciate this, but let's just make sure this is all. I'm really surprised this hasn't crashed my computer, honestly. All the water simulation here. Okay, so look at all these poor bots that are completely broken here. Alright. You need here. Alright, so these are all... Jeez, look at this mess. These are all set to 420. Look at this eldritch horror we have created here. My God. Alright, so the waterfall thing is still set to 1. So we are still going to fix that. But look how ridiculous... Look how ridiculous this is. Alright. Okay, let's pause. Set this to 420. And then unpause. And this all comes tumbling down. Look at this, is absurd. This is completely ridiculous. Look at these water physics, man. This is completely insane. Oh no. Okay, so we no, I can't see anything. There we go. Clicked on it just in time. Oh, it's still coming down off of these in the core. Please do not crash. Good. Yeah, it's coming down. It's getting there. It just has to take a little bit more time. And I think we'll do a simulation reset here once this comes down all the way. If it even does. There we go. All right. So, and then reset. Look at that. It just immediately goes to that. Look how that just spreads out like that. Like the game was meant to be played. I don't think anybody at Mechanistry envisioned this kind of thing. That is wild. It's every single tile of the map is completely flooded. How about that? Oh my God. All right. Now we're almost at 4 hours, but I think we have I think we've effectively done everything. Would you agree with that? This is, although the well-being is still 57. I think all of the bots are completely we have 289 incapacitated bots. That, my friends, that is chaos. Finally got your 4-hour Timberborn stream. We had one before. Long time ago. I think earlier on in this series. But yeah, I think we can well and truly consider this to be done now. God, what a mess. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks everybody for donations and gift subs and all that fun stuff. We got plenty more good stuff coming. City Skylines tomorrow, of course. And then probably the conclusion of the update for Vanilla series either Tuesday or Thursday this week. And Don't know exactly what we're going to do about the end of that. End of Kingdoms Reborn probably this week too. This is honestly, this week's probably just going to be a full channel reset in terms of a series, except for Ostrov. That one's going to go until it doesn't work anymore. Where's the naked gun? Nice beaver emoji. Hey, if you can find, post in the Discord if you want something as a sticker or an emoji or whatever, and we can work on adding that up. But yeah, thanks for being here. I will, of course, post the map on the Discord. I will pin that in the either in the Timberborn channel or the YouTube channel in the Discord. So if you're in there, you can find that there. If not, you can join. If you don't have Discord, don't want Discord, and you still want the map, let me know. Comment or whatever, and I can try to put it up somewhere else. But yeah, that's going to be it. We've completely flooded and ruined our beavers world here, and we had a great time doing it. So hope you had a fun time. I know I did. I are very, very much looking forward to seeing what we do next. But yeah, it's 1:30. I'm gonna go to bed, or at least try to go to bed, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully I can do tomorrow's City Skyline stream earlier in the afternoon if it's not too hot. We can have a nice fun time there. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you. Stay safe. Have fun. Bye bye.